Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lee's Summit, Missouri, live on the campus of Summit Christian High School. And it is homecoming for Summit Christian tonight. Your Harrisonville Wildcats set to take on the Summit Christian Eagles. First home game for Summit Christian this year. They were doing some field work. Actually, their first game of the year was in Harrisonville against St. Michael's. Struggled in that game, 1-3 on the year is Summit Christian, but 1-3 on the year are the Harrisonville Wildcats. However, the Wildcats, I feel like they found a little something last week, Gary.
Yeah, I think they got, we talked about it during the game, getting to the top of that hill and starting to roll downhill rather than always working uphill. And I really do. I think they found something. I think they got maybe their feet underneath them a little bit and got some mojo going. And so I see a lot coming for them tonight. However, I think the field is going to be part of the game. When I say that, that's going to change some things.
About that.
I know we're going to get to that, but. Anyway, yes, I think they're on a downhill slide right now.
I mean, there were several things I liked last week. They mixed it up a little more. I liked seeing them actually pass out of the veer last week. That was the first time we'd seen that this year. I think that is going to benefit them going forward with the teams that they've got coming up. And, you're in the heart of, after tonight, you've got all MRVC West games. And if you want a shot at that conference title, you got to win some games going down the stretch, and hopefully they can stay on the winning track tonight. Then they have Center next week. By all accounts, is a little bit down from what they've been in the last few years. Needless to say, they still have plenty of athletes and great players and great coaches over there, so I would say they'll get them steered in the right direction. You got Clinton after that, and then you got the last two, which are going to be big, at Oak Grove and at home against Odessa, to finish it out. So,
and what happened to Odessa and Oak Grove last week? Oak Grove was on a roll, looking good, and they went into Odessa.
Now, did you talk to Nick this week?
I did not talk to Nick. I've been in California all week, so I've not had a chance to talk to him.
I would love – you need to get a hold of Nick and be like, what was the deal? Because I think that was a game we looked at in the MRVC and was thinking that's going to be a good game. That might be a shootout. It was a low-scoring 24-10 affair. Now, that said, maybe – Mr. Thomas over at Odessa has a little bit of kryptonite for Coach Richard because he's played them so much. He knows that system so well, and maybe that was one of the reasons they struggled. I want to continue to see the Cats mix it up a little bit different. Obviously, the big story last week was Nate Reynolds.
23 carries, 354 yards.
Yeah, so that was the big story. But if you got a concern, if you're the Wildcats, we talked about it week one. What did we say was the big thing for the Wildcats week one? I may have said it on the air, I go, that might be the best defense I've seen them have since 2015-16. And in the next few weeks, and including last week, not so much the case. You gave up 48 points last week, and I don't know how many yards.
523 yards, 180 of it rushing, 335 passing. But Warrensburg's a good team. We can't outtake anything away from Warrensburg. The game that we won last week was, I think, just because we finally took it to the other team and came out with a victory. It was an even game. Throughout pretty much the game. And like I said, they had. We had 559. They had 523 yards total offense. So the defense struggled a little bit, but it's against a very good offensive team for Warrensburg.
Now, like we talked about the defense, though, and giving up all those passing yards, looks like, to me, Summit Christian likes to spread it out a little bit, 5 wide receiver sets. If that's the case, is that going to hamper the Wildcats as well tonight? And we'll get to it. I don't know if it will, just with circumstances surrounding the field and stuff, and we'll get to that here in a few minutes in our keys to the game. But I will be interested to see how this game goes. And it's homecoming here. They haven't had a home game yet this year. First home game of the year for them. They played in Harrisonville. They played a couple games on the road. They're excited. But if you're the Cats, you want to come out, punch them in the mouth, get up big early, and take all the energy out of the stadium.
You cannot let a team that you're expected to beat, you cannot let a team stick around. The longer they stick around, the more feeling they got that they can stay with you.
I've said it for years. I've said it I can't tell you how many times back in the day doing some high school basketball broadcasts in that quarterfinal round, and you would get a team, in Class 1 when I would do games for KDKD, you'd always get that quarterfinal matchup that you had this Class 1 like powerhouse juggernaut, and you had this low, like they scraped through their district, they maybe were 500, and you'd get this quarterfinal matchup. And I always said, the longer the underdog sticks around, the harder it is to get them to go away.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you said so many things happen. As an underdog, if you're sticking around, you get looser and looser as that game goes, and you're like, hey, we can hang with these guys. See it in the NCAA tournament every single year in basketball. Same thing football-wise. You hang around, it gets second quarter, it gets third quarter. Sometimes those teams start pressing that are the big favorite. What happens? You fumble one away. You throw an interception because you're trying to get it in that tight window. All these different things that'll match up, and that's the recipe for a upset. Last week, Colorado State. There was all kinds of talk going into that Colorado was just going to run them off the field because their coach was basically trash-talking Deion Sanders and Coach Prime and all that. It went to 2 overtimes, and they barely scraped out of there with a victory because guess what? Colorado State, third, fourth quarter was like, they're feeling it. They're like, okay. And Colorado with a lot of turnover in the roster, they probably started tightening up, and a lot of people, that they were probably ready for a letdown after the first 2 big week games. So
during the week, I heard somebody make the comment, they're 2-0. They're going to go 3-0 after this week. I mean, there wasn't even a pause when they said that. You're right. And that's the thing. You've got to go out and you have got to take it to them from the very beginning and get a big lead. That does another thing for you. That also lets you rest some of your starters, keep them from having a potential injury on this type of a field. And number 2 is it gives the experience to the younger youth. That's what you want. You want them to have some time in varsity play because the play is much faster on the varsity field than it is on the junior varsity field.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's pay some bills here, see if James can hear us or not. If James can hear us, we're going to pay some bills and thank some of our great sponsors. James going to play some commercials. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with our keys to the game right after this.
Hey there, Wildcat and pizza fans. Are you ready for a touchdown of flavor? Enter Papa Murphy's Score-Free Pizza Contest. Picture it, Wildcats on the big screen, friends gathered around, and the excitement of a touchdown. But that's not all. At Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville, we're turning touchdowns into free pizza. Every time the Wildcats score a touchdown, you score big too. Head to Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville to enter, and with every touchdown, someone gets free pizza. Don't miss out. Sign up for the Papa Murphy's Touchdown Contest and celebrate touchdowns like never before. Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville, where touchdowns taste better.
It always seems to happen. We buy new tires and a week later we run over a nail. Not a problem when you have purchased your tires at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You get the free flat repair for the life of your tires. On a budget, Young's has the best selection of new and used tires to save a little extra money. When the time comes for new tires, stop at the shop 4T's Trust to keep them rolling down the highway. Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial in Harrisonville.
Everyone needs an advocate in the insurance world. Let Lacey Domnick of Shelter Insurance be an advocate for you. With free policy review and quotes, she aims to help you weigh your options. With auto, home, life, and business insurance, Lacey wants you to have a positive and friendly experience. A former Wildcat herself, it is important for Lacey to support the community and Wildcats. Call today to set up an appointment at 816-380-2700 with Lacey.
One of the scariest tasks is taking your car to a mechanic. The best mechanics are in Harrisonville at Colby's Car Clinic. Colby's has expanded his shop and has ASE certified mechanics, the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smooth all year long. Colby's Car Clinic takes the fear out of getting your car fixed. So call Colby today at 816-380-3000 to schedule an appointment or head to the Big Blue Building behind O'Reilly's.
Ready to upgrade your patio for those football watch parties? Call Ethan Young with 2-3 Construction Services to get started today. He can create a fun patio area complete with a fire pit in case it gets a bit chilly for one of those Wildcat or Chiefs fall nights. If a new driveway or floor for the shop is part of your upgrade, he will help you there as well. Call Ethan today at 816-533 2119 and 23 Construction Services to work for you.
While you're doing whatever it is you do, we're testing, retesting, engineering, and re-engineering to keep up with you. We run together.
First Class Heating and Cooling is your local Trane dealer that you can count on to provide you with a system and solution that fits your unique needs. Whether you need service right now or an estimate on a new system, give us a call at 816-380-5659. First Class service from your hometown team.
It's hard to stop a train.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Lee Summit, Missouri, and the campus of Summit Christian High School. We're right behind the new, beautiful Summit Christian Fieldhouse they built here. Great facility on
a great facility here.
Sorry, got choked up. Great facility on the campus of Summit Christian High School. So we are ready for some football action. We're about 15 minutes or so away from your opening kickoff. And Gary, I'm a little bit terrified because I was told it is homecoming, and I don't see any pregame homecoming festivities. That means we may have a 45-minute halftime show, and that's always fun. So that said, let's get into our keys to the game tonight, okay? Key number one for me, we were just
talking about his 3 keys to the game, and hopefully he'll be able to tell him.
Yes, hopefully I will be able to talk about it. Roll on 18-wheeler. I mean, I could say roll on 22-wheeler, but roll on 18-wheeler. You got that first win. You got the ball rolling last week. You got the big truck. You got the big rig rolling, and you got 22 in the right place. You got to keep doing that tonight.
Yeah, not only did he get to rolling, but also Mitchell got to rolling last week. He had over 100 yards, made some really good reads is what he needed to do. You know, it's what we've been talking about all year as far as making that read going downhill, as far as taking it to the line rather than going backwards. And so therefore he got it going as well. So you get both of those two going. I mean, I see a lot of good things happening for the Cats.
Absolutely, and I'm glad they got us on camera so everybody can see me throwing a coughing fit. But nevertheless, that is key number one. Key number 2 for me tonight, Gary, splish splash. I was taking a bath. We're on grass tonight, something the Wildcats do not play on a whole lot anymore. Most schools have gone to that field turf, and it rained. It rained a whole lot, and Gary was talking about it. If you watch the athletes out there warming up, every step they take, there's water splashing around. So that could become a factor tonight. You know, we were kind of having a coaches / broadcasters argument up here a little bit ago with Jerry, and Jerry always said, hey, fast is still faster on wet grass than it is any other time as well. And I think that goes into account with Nate Reynolds as well. You get him out in the secondary, somebody trying to catch up with a guy that fast, they may slip and fall way before Nate Reynolds does. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Obviously, that could also hamper their passing game as well.
It could hamper our defense, though, too, as well, covering. You know, I walked out there to talk to both the coaches, and I mean, well, my shoes are still wet from walking out there. So, and, you know, fast is fast. I agree with that. The only thing I disagree with that is quickness. This slows down quickness. And any quickness that we might have is going to be stopped by that play on the field. You know, it's – and I was talking to Jerry, I mean, if it was Tommy, wasn't it? Tommy on this type of a field. Absolutely, because it was wet. You know, it slips and then you catch. And so, you know, I say let's get out ahead, and that's going to kind of go to the next key. But get out ahead and then rest your starters, keep them from any injuries.
Well, and you know, I think that injury thing goes anytime. I'm old school, and I'm like, injuries are going to happen here, there, and everywhere if we want to go from Dr. Seuss, you know. And, you know, NFL teams are talking about maybe mandating and SEC mandating grass fields because people are getting hurt on the turf fields. And Aaron Rodgers blew out his Achilles, and they think it was a turf injury. And I'm like, guys, there's going to be injuries everywhere. I mean, hey, I got an idea. Let's play in a bubble. Let's put everybody in bubble wrap, and let's put on soft shoes. And, like, come on, guys. It's football. You're going to get hurt, and you're going to get hit.
The one thing, though, on grass, you know, especially on wet grass or grass that's been – or turf that's been not turf, but grass turf that has been wet, the least likelihood of getting a concussion as far as hitting your head. A lot of times you get that helmet going back and hitting the turf, and you get that concussion. So I still say it's going to slow down the quickness. It's not going to stop the speed, but it is going to slow down the quickness.
Yeah, you got to pound the ball, pound the rock. You got a two-headed monster you had last week. 300 yards from one back, 100 from your quarterback. If they can read off each other, they could have a big night again tonight. So that's key number 2. Key number 3 for me is sit, boo-boo, sit. Okay, we all know the old adage, sit, boo-boo, sit, good dog. If you're the Wildcats, Summit Christian's the underdog, okay? You thumped them last year. They're the underdog. You got to keep their crowd out of it. So what do you got to do? You got to get them to sit on their hands and come out big early. And if they do that, I think they're going to have a good shot at rolling through this one with a victory.
Well, and hopefully if Homecoming is at halftime, everybody's going to stay till halftime. Hopefully you've got a lead at halftime. If you've got a big lead at halftime, then they're not only going to sit, but some are going to leave. And so therefore you don't want that crowd to get into it from the home side. And you do that, and it's going to make it much easier. You're going down for the third and fourth quarter.
Absolutely. So those are our keys to the game tonight here on 4T's Broadcasting. We're about 10 minutes or so away from your opening kickoff. It looks like Summit Christian about to take the field as all the cheerleaders are lined up out there. So we're going to take another timeout. We'll be back with more in about 2 or 3 minutes.
Hey there, Wildcat and pizza fans. Are you ready for a touchdown of flavor? Enter Papa Murphy's score-free pizza contest. Picture it, Wildcats on the big screen, friends gathered around, and the excitement of a touchdown. But that's not all. At Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville, we're turning touchdowns into free pizza. Every time the Wildcats score a touchdown, you score big too. Head to Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville to enter, and with every touchdown, someone gets free pizza. Don't miss out. Sign up for the Papa Murphy's touchdown contest and celebrate touchdowns like never before. Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville, where touchdowns taste better.
It always seems to happen. We buy new tires and a week later we run over an nail. Not a problem when you have purchased your tires at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You get the free flat repair for the life of your tires. On a budget, Young's has the best selection of new and used tires to save a little extra money. When the time comes for new tires, stop at the shop 4T's Trust to keep them rolling down the highway. Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial in Harrisonville.
Everyone needs an advocate in the insurance world. Let Lacey Domnick of Shelter Insurance be an advocate for you. With free policy review and quotes, she aims to help you weigh your options. With auto, home, life, and business insurance, Lacey wants you to have a positive and friendly experience. A former Wildcat herself, it is important for Lacey to support the community and Wildcats. Call today to set up an appointment at 816-380-2700 with Lacey.
One of the scariest tasks is taking your car to a mechanic. The best mechanics are in Harrisonville at Colby's Car Clinic. Colby's has expanded his shop and has ASE certified mechanics, the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smooth all year long. Colby's Car Clinic takes the fear out of getting your car fixed. So call Colby today at 816-380-3000 to schedule an appointment or head to the Big Blue Building behind O'Reilly's.
Ready to upgrade your patio for those football watch parties? Call Ethan Young with 2-3 Construction Services to get started today. He can create a fun patio area complete with a fire pit in case it gets a bit chilly for one of those Wildcat or Chiefs fall nights. If a new driveway or floor for the shop is part of your upgrade, he will help you there as well. Call Ethan today at 816-533-2119 and 2-3 Construction Services to work for you.
While you're doing whatever it is you do, we're testing, retesting, engineering, and re-engineering to keep up with you. We run together.
First Class Heating and Cooling is your local Trane dealer that you can count on to provide you with a system and solution that fits your unique needs. Whether you need service right now or an estimate on a new system, give us a call at 816-380-5659. First Class service from your hometown team.
It's hard to stop a train.
Welcome back to Summit Christian High School in Lee Summit, Missouri. The 1-3 Harrisonville Wildcats set to take on the 1-3 Summit Christian Eagles in a non-conference matchup. The last non-conference game for the Wildcats this year. Last four will be in conference against Clinton, Center, Oak Grove, and Odessa. So a lot of football still left to be played, but Gary, crazy enough, we're at the halfway point of the high school football season tonight.
It does not feel like it. It really doesn't.
It doesn't, and they say good things when you're having fun, it goes fast, and it's been I blows my mind. I've done this for 17 years at Harrisonville, and it cracks me up, and it's crazy to think it's been 17 years, because it seems like a couple of weeks ago I was down there arguing with Jerry in the press box about where I was going to get to sit.
Yeah, I mean you're right. I mean when you enjoy what you do, things go fast, and we all know that we both enjoy it. Everybody up here enjoys what we do, and so therefore it's running by really quick. One thing when we get to the starters, I'll talk about what I was going to talk about. So
yeah, we'll get to those in just a minute. What I was just going to say about all of that is 197 games, dude. I've been around too long. That's
You're getting old.
Hey, I'm getting old, but I'm going to hit a milestone this year, and I'm going to go out on a little bit over that milestone, and I'll be happy about it. It's been a fun run, fun ride, but still, at the same time, it's one of those situations that you want to go with. They're having a prayer, so we'll go quiet real quick.
Father, I pray that you would continue to use their parents, the coaches, everybody who's poured into them, and all for your glory. In Jesus' name, amen.
So I want to be respectful of that. I was talking. I heard them doing that. So it looks like we may have the national anthem coming up. So we will take a timeout, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Church & DeWitt is one of the world leaders in household and personal care products, and we want you to join our team in Harrisonville. You'll get the chance to work with winning brands that consumers love. We offer starting salaries ranging from $20.50 to $39 per hour, depending on experience. A signing bonus of $2,500, comprehensive benefits, paid time off, and every other weekend is a 3-day weekend. To apply, go to churchdewhite.com and click on Careers.
While you're doing whatever it is you do, we're testing, retesting, engineering, and re-engineering to keep up with you. We run together.
First Class Heating and Cooling is your local Trane dealer that you can count on to provide you with a system and solution that fits your unique needs. Whether you need service right now or an estimate on a new system, give us a call at 816-380-5659. First Class service from your hometown team.
It's hard to stop a train.
One of the scariest tasks is taking your car to a mechanic. The best mechanics are in Harrisonville at Colby's Car Clinic. Colby's has expanded his shop and has ASE certified mechanics, the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smooth all year long. Colby's Car Clinic takes the fear out of getting your car fixed. So call Colby today at 816-380-3000 to schedule an appointment or head to the Big Blue Building behind O'Reilly's.
New logo, new colors, new app, and a new online banking platform. There may be a lot of new at Sherwood Community Bank, but one thing remains the same: community. Serving the area with 4 convenient locations, Sherwood is still your community bank. Come see what it's like to be part of the community with a new account. The small town bank with big city convenience. Sherwood Community Bank, your community bank.
Gary Davidson, I don't know about you. It looks like we're back on over here, but I absolutely love a well-sung national anthem, and that young lady blew it out of the park. That was beautiful.
Absolutely. It made chills go up and down your spine. My oldest daughter, which none of you really know, lives in Austin now. When she went to school, she was a singer. I got to see her sing the national anthem several times. I tell you, it's nothing. There's nothing like having the live performance of somebody at your stadium, and you're right. She blew it out of the park. She did a wonderful job. First name was Adrian. I don't know what her last name was from SCA Choir, but, hey, you did a great job. Thank you very much for that.
Absolutely great job. And, I've got to see Angela sing it a couple of times, and she can sing too. A lot of people don't know that about my wife, but that was a phenomenal rendition. Gary's going to watch us. I know he was going to talk about something. We were going to talk about who's starting for us, what we need to get going, but I'm going to have him watch this as we get set to roll here. The Cats, they will be in their white tops, black bottoms, blue numbers, blue helmets with the Ville and the number on the side. Summit Christian going to have their white pants, blue tops, white numbers, blue helmet with the number on the side for them. And I will tell you, I could have told you from a mile away, with it being a grass field, that the Cats were going to be in their black pants tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
I would not want to be the Summit Christian. I would not want to be the Summit Christian equipment managers tonight after this game, because it's going to be muddy and those white pants are going to be brown.
And for your Cats out there, for the captains, it's going to be Shackles, Polk, Mitchell, and Reynolds. Looks like we won the toss, I believe, and we're going to defer. And so Summit Christian will be getting the ball first. And it looked like we were going to defend. Yeah, we're going to defend the north goal. So we're going to be going north to south. And the Summit Christian Academy, or SCA, what you'll be calling them quite a bit tonight, SCA will be going from our south to the north, or left to right on your screen.
So we are ready for that opening kickoff here in about a minute or so. Reynolds Cafe, Garden City, Missouri, proud sponsor of your Harrisonville Wildcats. Open daily in the mornings till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Hey, who doesn't love a good breakfast? Go down to Reynolds Cafe, get you some good home-cooked food, a home-cooked breakfast. Anytime you can get down to Garden City, just a couple of mile drive away from Harrisonville. Kylie and Wyatt Reynolds do a great job down there, and go see them and say hello and get you a great meal at the Reynolds Cafe. So we are ready to kick off here.
Like Bisbee and Geiger are going to be receiving deep for SCA.
So Bisbee and Geiger.
Number 28, Cole Smalley, is the kickoff for Harrisonville. Number 4, Will Bisbee. Number 16, Barrett Geiger, back to receive for the Eagles.
So Cats set to kick this one away here, if they ever turn the music off. If anybody can't tell, we are literally right next to the speaker.
Wonderful, wonderful kick.
Great kick.
Took him back in, and it will
be a touchback. I didn't think you I did not think you could do that at the high school level. If you dropped it into the end zone, that you had to take it out. But
I don't think, if you don't have possession of it, if it goes through your hands, then it can go into the end zone and it'll be a touchback.
So it'll be 1st and 10, Summit Christian.
First possession at their own 20-yard line.
Summit Christian going to want to spread it out here. Looking to the sideline. Quarterback will be Michael Ward. He's going to go out of the pistol. 2 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. 1 back in the backfield on 1st and 10 from their own 20 as we are underway from Summit Christian. And they're going to hand off up the middle. Nowhere to go for
Elijah Hermida up the middle.
Hermida. He gets maybe a yard or 2. Going to bring up 2nd down and 8. Going to give him a yard, it looks like. So 2nd down and 9 coming up.
Number 33, Keller Johnson leading the pack.
Look to the sideline as we got 3 different quarterback, or 3 different players over there giving the signal. 2nd down and 9. Ward has Hermida behind him. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd down and 9. Blitz showed. They're going to throw it out in the flats. Has his man out there, nowhere to go. Geiger is wrapped up, taken down for a loss of a couple. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 11 here.
Brought down immediately by number 24, Kays Melzer. Loss of a yard on the play.
So Melzer on the tackle. Brings up 3rd down and 11. Been calling his name a lot on those tackles for losses and sacks the last couple of weeks, Gary.
Yes, we have.
So pistol formation again with Ward and Hermida behind him in the backfield. Geiger to his left, 2 wide receivers to the right side on 3rd down and long. Looking for option. They got it, and they're going to pitch back last second. Cut back, no. Ball pops out and goes right to Summit Christian for another 4 or 5 yards. Talk about right place, right time. The quarterback, Ward, was there.
Twice by Michael Ward.
And it'll be a gain and a 1st down up to the 34. So Look like the Cats were going to be in business with a short field. Instead, Summit Christian gets a lucky bounce.
That's good for an Eagles.
And it'll be a first
down.
and 10. Hermita behind Ward on first and 10. 2 wide receivers left side, 1 to the right. Here they go. High snap, but he brings it down, goes over the middle. Incomplete, right through the hands of Geiger. Maybe a little bit low, but got to pull those in a game like this. Brings up second down and 10. Clock will stop. 9:56 to go
from the Eagle 34.
here in the first quarter of play. So second down coming up. Play clock rolling here. Ward back behind him Ward with a back behind him in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to your left, 1 to your right on second down and 10. Hermita fake handoff to him, ball batted down. Looked like San Nicolas got his big paw up there. Brings up a third down and 10.
Michael Ward's pass knocked down the line of scrimmage. Number 55, Jack San Nicolas. Brings up
So San Nicolas with the big play on second down. That's what you want your guys in the middle to do. If they can't get the quarterback, get the hands up and knock it down, Gary.
Absolutely, and that's what they did. And again, we've got a third down and long, just like they did on the first.
See if they try that same play maybe the other side. He's going to roll out other side. He's going to look to throw. He throws this one deep, incomplete. There might be there's a flag back at the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of contact over there. See what they're going to call here. Ineligible man downfield. And that happens when you have that rollout. That's an RPO.
That penalty will be declined.
Your running back, or your linemen have to know you can't go downfield blocking. You got to stay right there about the line of scrimmage and make sure that you don't get pushed back.
Number 2, Caden DeLapp back to punt.
So DeLapp back to punt here.
Brandon Phillips back to receive.
A whistle. So 4th and 10 coming up here. Phillips stands at about his own 30-yard line waiting for this punt. Low punt. Short punt down to the 38-yard line.
About the 38-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Cats from their own 39-yard line.
1st and 10 for Harrisonville from their own 39.
Given the play here. To the line of scrimmage they go. 2 wide receivers set in motion. They're going to go with Phillips. Snap it to Mason, and Mitchell going to unleash one down the sideline. Caught on the near sideline. Wheel route out of the backfield by Phillips. Mason Mitchell to Phillips for a big chunk of yardage.
22 yards.
22-yard gain. And the Cats are in business down to the 39.
Harrisonville has 1st and 10 from the Eagles.
Kind of like starting the game like that.
Absolutely. That frees a lot of stuff up. They're going to go under center here. Lone back in the backfield is Reynolds behind Mitchell. And he's going to hand off to Reynolds. And Reynolds stuck after a gain of about 2. Good hit in there by number 44, Gavin DePardo. Laid the first wood, and they were able to knock him down after a gain of a yard. Going to bring up 2nd down and 9. Baker going to check out to check in for the Cats. Like Gregg and Sims check in. Go with that double tight formation. They're going to go to the veer here. Wide receiver flanked out far side. 2 backs in the backfield in that split back. And they're going to give it to Phillips, and Phillips breaks through the line inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
Did you see how many they had in the box defensively? They had actually 5 on the line, 1 right behind the line. That would have been 6, and there was 2 others that were close to the line.
So we'll see what the Cats do on 3rd and 5 here. They're going to go back to that shotgun look, pistol look with Reynolds right behind Mitchell. They're going to go in motion with Loeffel. And they're going to have 3 wide receivers this near side. They're going to look to throw. Mitchell throws it incomplete, knocked away from Baker by Baj Walker.
Broken up by number 5, Baze Walker.
4th down coming up. I kind of like that on 3rd down. I think they knew they had 2 downs here where the ball's at down to the 34. You're not going to punt the ball away in this situation. You're not going to gain anything out of that. And worst case scenario here, you don't get it on 4th down. They go back to that veer look on 4th and 5, and they are in the box. That's where I'll tell you after this one here. And they're going to hand off. No, Mitchell holds it himself inside the 30 down to the 28, and that'll move the chains.
Again, that is Mitchell's being able to visually see what's on the line, and he keeps the ball, pulls it, and keeps it for a 1st down or close to a 1st down.
Not a great spot. We'll see if he's got a 1st down or not. I think he's got it from where it looks across the field. I think they may go measure it.
We'll take a timeout for
so they are going to try to measure here. What I was going to say there, Gary, I don't remember what I was going to say. I was going to say something right before the play, and then we were talking, and I totally lost my train of thought of what I wanted to say.
But again, he went towards the line. He pulled it because he saw that they weren't going to get a 1st down with Phillips. Pulled it, and that way he left 2 options, him, and then you look at down and distance. Can I get the 1st down without having to pitch? And that's what he did. And I think he's going to have by a ball length at least.
Oh yeah, he's got it about a half yard there.
For a 1st down.
But he's been so good at that this year of being able to recognize and go with that. So he was able to do it there.
And that's what you get when you get 2 or 3 years out of a quarterback. The ball game slows down quite a bit, and he can see the field a lot better when he becomes a senior. And, I mean, that's where he's at right now.
So going to be 1st and 10, Cats inside the 30 to 29. That pistol formation with Reynolds right behind Mitchell on 1st and 10. And looking to pitch it, he gets it back to Reynolds. Reynolds has got some space. He's inside the 20, the 15 to the 10, and carries the defender all the way down to about the 2-yard line.
Brought down by number 25, Hunter Bell.
20 to the 5-yard line, 24 yards for Reynolds. And I know what you were going to say. Whenever they jumped off sides, that's where you got to have the quarter or the
there you
center
go.
Snap the ball.
As soon as the center sees that, he's got to snap that back whether he was looking for it or not, because then you're going to get that offside call. Thankfully, somebody remembered what it was. I kept trying to think about it, so 1st and goal, Cats down at the 5-yard line. Impressive opening drive for the Cats here. So 1st and goal up the middle. They go to Reynolds inside the 5 down to about the 2. So he's going to gain about 3.
He stopped before he gets to the goal line. Brought down by Ben Winters.
So all the way down to the 3-yard gain by Nate Reynolds, and 2nd and goal coming up here with 6:58 counting in this 1st quarter of play. So we are ready. In motion they go. And they're going to hand off again to Reynolds. I think we're going to have a procedure or delay a game. Illegal shift. I think 2 people move at the same time.
Illegal shift.
We've talked about it, Gary. This is one of the things in the losses this year that has hampered the Cats' red zone issues.
Mistakes. I mean, penalties or mistakes. You just can't have those. You got the ball on the 2-yard line with 2nd and goal. Now you 2nd and goal from the 7. The play sheet gets a lot different from the 7 than it does from the 2.
So it brings up a 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line. We are in the Red Barn Ranch red zone. Red Barn Ranch right in the middle of the season right now. This is perfect time to go to a pumpkin patch. And they throw it complete. Touchdown. Eli Baker came to the inside, and they're able to punch it in for 6. We also had a couple of first downs brought to you by Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. Rodney Bright, you have won free pizza because when the Wildcats score, you score free pizza from Papa Murphy's. We'll await the extra point coming up here. Ethan Stone on to kick it and kicks it through. And it's 7-0 Cats. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this.
Church & DeWitt is one of the world leaders in household and personal care products, and we want you to join our team in Harrisonville. You'll get the chance to work with winning brands that consumers love. We offer starting salaries ranging from $20.50 to $39 per hour, depending on experience. A signing bonus of $2,500. Comprehensive benefits, paid time off, and every other weekend is a 3-day weekend. To apply, go to churchdewhite.com and click on Careers.
Welcome back to Summit Christian High School in Lee Summit, Missouri. Your Cats jump out to an early 7-0 lead after a nice drive. Gary, tell us about it.
It's an 8-play, 61-yard drive. Took 3 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock. Culminated with the 7-yard touchdown reception by Baker from Mitchell. Making with the extra point, makes it 7-0. Your Harrisonville Cats over SCA Eagles.
So 6:36 to go here, first quarter. And set to kick it off are the Wildcats. Smalley boots it away. High end over end kick, taking it about the 8-yard line to the 15, to the 20. Right up the middle he goes. That is Geiger on his feet to the 50 and going to be drugged down at about the 36-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10, Summit Christian down to the 35-yard line. He found the seam and he took off. That was a great seam to go through. And then it was a foot race. Cats were able to knock him down. Good job by the kicker staying back to be able to make that tackle.
That, and you had a lineman that was staying right up with him a little bit, so therefore it pressed him to the sidelines, which allowed the kicker to be able to make the tackle.
So they're going to go 2 wide receivers left to the right. In the pistol formation again is Ward. And Ward's going to hand off again up the middle, this time to
Elijah Hermida up the middle.
Hermida. He's going to get 5 or so. Going to bring up 2nd down and 5 with 6:12 to go in the first quarter.
The Cats had 3 first downs on that first drive. They also had a first down on a 4th and 5, which were able to get that. So, I mean, they had a really good drive. That's what you want to see out of the Cats.
So 2nd down and 5 coming up.
Gain of about 5 yards on the play. 2nd down and 5.
Ward with Hermida in the backfield with him. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right on 2nd and 5. And he's going to fake the handoff. He's going to throw over the middle. Almost picked off. Phillips had it. Does not haul it in. Was guarding Geiger there. And it brings up 3rd down and 5.
That is the 4th time Geiger's been targeted. He's got 1 catch for -2 yards. So it looks as if Geiger's probably going to be the go-to guy on the receiving end of Summit Christian.
Well, and if you are Summit Christian, you don't want to keep going to the well too many times. You want to, and if you're the Cats, defensively, you do not want to lax on the rest of the receivers there. 3rd and 5 coming up, fake the handoff. No, they do hand it off Hermida, and that was not the right decision there. Brings up 4th down and about 8.
I don't think either way they went on that one. They had so much penetration, whether Ward would have kept it or gave it off. I think it was going to be a tackle for a loss either way.
Loss of about 3 yards.
I think you're right, but that's one of those situations, though, where your quarterback's got to know in that situation. But I don't think, like you said, I don't think anything was going to change. Now, shotgun formation with Hermida right next to Ward in the backfield. And now the Cats jump off sides.
Flag on the play, offside against the Wildcats.
Kind of my question was, that happened down here. They didn't call it.
I was going to say the exact same thing. So now 4th and manageable for Summit Christian here inside the 30 of the Wildcats. And Gary hit it nail on the head. Basically the exact same thing happened on the other end of the field, and nothing was called. And I can't imagine they wouldn't say he wasn't in the neutral zone when he jumped on the other side, because he tried his darndest not to hit the player on the other side. So 4th down coming up.
We're going to give it right back to us. Number 79 was off procedure call.
Flag on the play.
So
back where we started.
Let's do 4th down over for the 3rd time. So now 4th and 8 again. And I get it. You're on that defensive line. You want to get that little extra oomph and be able to get off the ball quickly, but don't do it here. Just wait. See that ball?
They're going to do a punt here is what they're going to do. I think just a pooch punt by the quarterback, I would say.
As he backed up there, and that is what they're going to do. And not a very good one at that. That went out of bounds really quickly. And he's going to walk it back up to the 22-yard line. And when you got Harrisonville on their side of the field, the last thing I'm going to do when I'm at the 32-yard line is pooch kick back to Harrisonville. But that's why I'm up here broadcasting and not down on the field. 1st and 10 for the Cats. It'll be from their own 22-yard line. 4:11 to go here, first quarter.
10 for the Wildcats from their own 22.
So 2 wide receivers stacked on each side for the Cats. Some people call it twins. Looking to throw. They're going to go deep to Baker. He's got Baker. Oh, and right through his hands. That is one thing you don't see from Eli Baker very often. Not able to haul that one in. Going to bring up 2nd down.
He felt the footsteps coming from the defender. He jumped up because he didn't want the defender to be able to get to the ball, I think. That kind of got him off a little bit. If he would have just kept in stride, I think it would have been a reception. But I think the jump, I think, is probably what caused him the problem for the jump.
And he has way more good catches than he has a catch not like that. So
last week, one heck of a catch.
Oh, absolutely. So 2nd down and 10 coming up. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They're going to hand off for Reynolds. No, Mitchell keeps it himself. He read it and gets about 3 or so. Going to bring up 3rd down. So 3rd and about 6, it looks like. They're going to give him about a 4-yard gain. So 3rd and manageable for the Cats here from their own 26-yard line.
3rd down and 6 from the 26.
Reynolds in the backfield with Mitchell on 3rd down. And they're going to go pitch back to Reynolds, and Reynolds off to the races to the outside, dives forward for a 1st down. Looked like he was going to get around that corner, but again, I say off to the races, he gets to the outside. Kind of had to tiptoe around to cut. Going to get a 1st down. He got 6 when he needed 6, but maybe there the field comes into play a little bit, Gary.
I don't disagree. Don't disagree at all.
So Nate can cut quickly, and he wasn't able to cut quickly there. He was making sure that his feet were set before he got around edge.
Yeah, he was looking at down and distance to get the 1st down and then go from there.
So this is a 1st down and 10, looking to throw. Looks like Cats are going to be maybe in a situation of procedure again.
To Brandon Phillips, brought down immediately by Barrett Geiger. There's a flag on the play.
So we'll wait. Oh, it was going to be a hold. That was one of the quickest hold flags you will see.
Well, I think you got a flag over there for holding and a flag over here probably for a procedure or something. We'll see. Yeah,
so illegal shift. That was declined. Holding will be accepted.
2 flags on the play, both against Harrisonville. The first flag for illegal motion, that penalty is declined.
And if that's a spot foul,
offensive holding, that penalty is accepted.
No. So pushes the Cats all the way back to about the 23, basically where they started. So it'll be 1st and 20 for the Cats here.
1st down and 20 from the 22-yard line.
And they're going to hand off right up the middle they go. Good gain of, looks like about 10 of it back by Reynolds. So going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Carry brought down by Caden DeLapp.
So a 10-yard run, make it 11. So 2:34 to go here, first quarter. 2nd and 9 after the 11-yard run by Reynolds.
Gain of 11 yards.
That's 5 carries, 45 yards for Reynolds on the night.
Brings up 2nd down and 9.
Mitchell has 2 for 9.
Look at that veer formation now. Wide receiver flanked out left side on 2nd and 9. And again,
good
this time by Mitchell, and he's down the sideline to the 40, to the 30. Is he going to make it to the house?
Good.
Mason Mitchell.
67 yards, Mason Mitchell.
67-yard touchdown run.
Mason Mitchell.
I tell you what, more and more you watch him this year, number 7 looks a lot like a number 6 I used to see several years ago, Gary.
I like it.
He's learning that read. He knows when to pull it back.
That's good for Harrisonville.
67-yard touchdown makes a 7-point score, 13.
And that comes from the situation of a good running back with you when you've got Reynolds. They're keying on Reynolds, and he's taking advantage of it, and he should.
Kick is up. Kick is good. It is 14-0 Cats. And when the Wildcats score, you score free pizza from Papa Murphy's. Julie Bretz, you have won free pizza. We will get a hold of you and give you that free pizza because you scored free pizza from the Wildcats. We'll be back after this.
Ready to upgrade your patio for those football watch parties? Call Ethan Young with 2-3 Construction Services to get started today. He can create a fun patio area complete with a fire pit in case it gets a bit chilly for one of those Wildcat or Chiefs fall nights. If a new driveway or floor for the shop is part of your upgrade, he will help you there as well. Call Ethan today at 816-533-2119 and put 2-3 Construction Services to work for you.
Welcome back to Summit Christian High School. The Cats lead 14-0. They were backed up in first and Frontier Justice, because if you go straight up north, Frontier Justice is up that way, Gary. And they were able to get out of the hole, 11-yard run by Reynolds, and then a 67-yard run. So you can, after this kickoff, I'll let you do that scoring summary here. Wait for the Smalley kick, high end over into kick again. Taking about the 10 by Summit Christian.
He's down at the 10.
Went down to his went down to his knees to get it, Bisbee. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 10. And Gary, tell me about that summary.
That scoring drive was a 72-yard scoring drive in 5 plays, 250 minutes, culminated by the 67-yard touchdown run. The option veer, he kept it, went down the sideline, 67 yards. Extra point was good, makes the score Harrisonville Wildcats 14 and Summit Christian 0.
Did you say 215-minute drive?
I probably did. Excuse me, 2 minutes. No, I said 2 minutes and 15.
I don't know. I thought
I'm not going to go back and listen to it, okay?
So here we are, 2:01 to go, first quarter. Cats lead 14-0. Summit Christian in the shotgun formation from their own 10-yard line. Cats showing a little pressure here on 1st and 10. Wide receiver out to the left side, and they're going to go up the middle with it. Good contact, nowhere to go. Hermida is wrapped up and taken down quickly at the line of scrimmage and maybe loses a yard. That was Adair in on the tackle.
The defense is, they are making contact in the backfield. And so that's what you've got to have, especially whenever you've got a team that likes to pass a lot. And if you can get back in the backfield, get him off his steps, it makes a whole lot of difference as far as passing goes.
So Hermida was able, thankfully, to get back to the line of scrimmage because there was a lot of deep penetration there. Wide receiver to the left, 2 to the right. In motion, they go with Geiger. They're going to look for Geiger. They throw it out in the flats. Picked off down to the 10 to the house. The Cats with a pick 6. Deegan Beechner And it's 20-0 with 1:08 to go here in the first quarter. When the Wildcats score, you score free pizza from Papa Murphy's. Carol Disney, you have won some free pizza from Papa Murphy's. I hope Jerry's got more pizza this week than he had last week because we ran out. So free pizza from Papa Murphy's. When the Wildcats score, you score 20-0. Still 1:08 to go here, first quarter. Mitchell set to hold. The kick. It is good, and the Cats lead 21-0. We'll be right back after this.
It always seems to happen. We buy new tires and a week later we run over a nail. Not a problem when you have purchased your tires at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You get the free flat repair for the life of your tires. On a budget, Young's has the best selection of new and used tires to save a little extra money. When the time comes for new tires, stop at the shop 4T's Trust to keep them rolling down the highway. Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial in Harrisonville.
All right, welcome back. 21-0, 1:08 to go first quarter. And the Cats all over Summit Christian in the early going. And we talked about it. What was one of our keys to the game tonight, Gary?
I don't know. What was it?
Sit, boo-boo.
Well,
we wanted that underdog to sit, and they have been on their hands here early as the Cats lead it 21-0. And that really put a damper after that pick six. So 1:08 to go, first quarter. You may hear some wind. I don't know. I think our mics are pretty good that you won't hear much of it, but high end over end kick taken again about the 15-yard line. Good run back to about the 25, and then the Cats are able to push him backwards. That was Bisbee.
Will Bisbee on the return.
Like at the 26-yard line.
Wyatt Smith.
So Wyatt Smith on the tackle.
Also, number 88, Josiah Sims on the tackle.
Ball at their own 26 for Summit Christian with 1:02 to still go here in quarter number one.
First and 10 for the Eagles from their own 27.
Pistol formation. Wide receiver flanked out to the left side, two to the right side. On first and 10. And looking to run up the middle this time. Ward, ball on the ground, but they're going to say he was down. Going to bring up second down. So with 54 seconds to go here, they're going to have to run one more play.
Number 33, Keller Johnson.
I learned last week, I'm not going to say they probably got one more play in them here in the first quarter, because if you remember last week.
They had half a dozen in a minute. So.
Yes. We're like, this probably will be the last play. No, this will be the last play. We did that several times last week. Wide receiver flanked out left side, two to the right side. Pistol formation, Hermida behind Ward on second down and 10. And they're going to give it. Nope, keep it. And Ward's going to get close to a first down. He's going to be taken down at about the 35-yard line. Get about 7 or 8. Bring up third down and 2, and we'll have that one after the break. 1 quarter in the books. Cats lead 21-0. We'll be back after this.
You have choices when buying a vehicle. Show Me Auto Mall is your right choice. Getting you financed with even less than perfect credit, because everyone needs a reliable vehicle at an affordable price. Need service? Take a loaner while you wait. With a broad selection, you will find a vehicle that is right for you. Show Me Auto Mall is here to make buying a vehicle hassle-free. Go see the crew at Show Me today on 291 across from Walmart.
Hello and welcome back to Lee's Summit, Missouri. We're on the campus of Summit Christian High School in South Lee Summit, Missouri, just off of 291, a little bit north of Lake Winnebago. Are we just south of Abundant Life Church, nestled over here in the neighborhood. And I'll tell you what, the neighbors got one heck of a rendition of the national anthem tonight. That was awesome.
Absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned it again because it was great. She did a wonderful job. I believe her name was Adrian. Don't know the last name. With Summit Christian, but she did a tremendous job. This would be a tremendous stop by Harrisonville because then it would make them have to make a decision on fourth in your territory. And being down 21, you're probably going to go for it anyway. So
you got to figure they're going to go for it. It looks like they may go with like a big package here. A couple of backs in the backfield with Ward here. That'll be DePardo back there with Hermida flanking Ward. And they're going to give it to DePardo, and I don't know that he got there. It'll be close.
He didn't. Well, over this side it looks like they're giving him a spot. The other side doesn't, so it's going to be awful close. Again, we were rushing up in there.
Number 44, Gavin DePardo on the carry, brought down by Keller Johnson.
Now, why did they bring it all the way over here to spot?
Because this is the one that marked it, and that's where he marked it. So I don't know why. I would have thought he would have ran out there and marked it, but
officials timeout.
They're going to measure. I can't tell where the line is over on the other side. From here, I think he's about a football length short, but I've been wrong before.
That's the reason we're up here.
True. So 11:42 to go. That looks like they're going to measure here. Going to put it down.
I believe he got it.
Just enough for a first down to move the chains. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Just their second first down, I think, of the game, right, Gary?
That is correct, yes, sir. Got a first down on the first drive, and then this is their second.
So they're going to go back to that pistol formation. They're going to put DePardo back on the line for extra blocking there as a tight end. 2 wide receivers, 2 your right, 1 to your left on 1st and 10. Showing blitz. They get through, not quite in time.
What a catch if he made it.
And a great catch over on the far side by Baj Walker. So Beige, I said Baj, Beige Walker, 2nd down and 5. And that's the one bad thing about the high school and the college level. You dive for a ball or you catch one like that, you're down automatically. So 2nd down coming up.
Similar to the kickoff a while ago. Got it when his knees were down, and so therefore he couldn't go anywhere.
So 2nd down and 4 for the Cats, 10:55 to go here in the first quarter. 2 wide receivers, 2 your left, 1 to your right. Pistol formation, Ward with Hermida behind him. And there's showing blitz there. And Tyson Wyatt Smith blows through the line on that blitz. Timed it just right. Going to be about a 3-yard loss. And going to bring up a 3rd down and about 7 here.
Down by number 41, Tyson Wyatt Smith.
So great read by him, great timing on that blitz by Tyson to get through there. 3rd down and long coming up, 10:15 to go, first half. You're the Cats, you start thinking, hey, let's get a couple scores here, 2nd quarter. You get the ball at half, really spin this game on its side. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to your right. And looking to throw down the sideline, incomplete. Quickly to get his head around over there.
Defended by Jaden Hetrick. It's incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Jaden able to get his head around quick enough to defend that pass. Brings up a 4th down and 7. Can't imagine they'd go for it here. You pooch it. Now, if they're going to go for it, I'll talk about it after this play, 9:57 to go. Maybe they think they can get him to jump off sides again. Looks like that might be what they're going to try to do with 10 seconds on the play clock. Now they're going to punt it away. And again, it looks almost like a pooch kick. He gets it away. Phillips going to take it from the 35 to the 40, 45 to the 50. Right through a seam, 40 to the 30. Down
Got
the
the
sideline to the 5. To the house. And what a touchdown.
Number 17, Brandon Phillips, who returns it 62 yards for a Wildcat touchdown.
Keith Schnung. Schnung? Is that how you say that? Keith Schnung is our Sonic. Schnug. Keith Schnug is going to be our Sonic kick return contest winner. 5. So $100 Sonic gift card? Yep. $100 Sonic gift card coming for Keith Schnug. Wow, we got this is 2 years in a row we've given away some Sonic. $100 Sonic gift card. That means it stops. No, 2 years in a row. Did I say weeks? I meant years. 2 years in a row. Last year at Clinton, and then this year. Yes. Kick is up. Kick is good. And the Cats lead 28-0. And on the extra point, we had Sonic kick return. We got free pizza. We got free Sonic. We're giving away all kinds of stuff tonight. What do you got? So, when the Cats score, you score. Diana Combs, you've won free pizza from Papa Murphy's because the Cats scored and you scored free pizza. And with 9:43 to go here in this first half, the Cats lead it 28-0. There was a personal foul, unsportsmanlike contact. I saw what it was. Brandon Phillips slid into the end zone. So he got to the end zone and slid like baseball style, and that's what they called. I guess they would say excessive celebration on that because he slid into the end zone. I remember a couple of years ago, Mizzou got a touchdown call back against Missouri State. It wasn't Southwest Missouri State time, it's Missouri State now, because Crockett dove into the end zone.
Well, I remember in one of the state championships, we had one of, who was it that flipped into the end zone? Over in St. Louis, they flipped into the end zone. It was probably 2007 maybe. He went down the sidelines and then flipped into the end zone. I can't remember who it was.
Kyle Livingston, I think.
It wasn't Kyle. I'm looking at Jerry. I'm thinking somebody's got to tell me who that is.
So the Cats going to kick off from their own 25 instead of their own 40 here. Smalley going to boot it away. Little squibber on the ground. Cats are going to dive for it, and the Cats are going to get it. Everything going right for the Cats so far in this one. They recover the onside kick. They're up 28-0, 9:39 to go in the first half.
Swift kick is recovered by number 3.
Gary, I'm going to tell you, what was key number 1 tonight?
I'm writing. I'm trying to keep up with the game here. I'm sorry.
Key number 1, if you're just joining us, was roll on 18-wheeler. And the Cats got it rolling tonight, 28-0 with 9:39 to go in the first half. Ball on their own 40-yard line. Wide receiver, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, pistol formation. Mitchell has Reynolds behind him in the backfield on 1st and 10. And he's going to fake the handoff. He's going to throw it out in the flats. He's got it to Baker on the sideline. Baker for a quick 9. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds just shy of midfield at the 49. So 2nd and 1 coming up with 9:31 to go here in the half. Ball on their own 49 for the Cats. 2nd and short coming up.
2nd down and 1 from the 49.
Stay in that pistol look with 2 wide receivers to your left, 1 to your right. On 2nd and 1. And they're going to hand off. Reynolds spins out of a tackle and on his feet to the 40, inside the 40, pushed out of bounds down at the 35-yard line. We'll see where they mark it.
Reynolds on the carry.
That is good enough for a Wildcat first down. Tyson Travis flipped into the end zone, Gary.
Thank you. I knew it was somebody other than Livingston, but
that is a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. Bobby Owen let us know who that was. Now they go to the veer formation, and up the middle they go. This time was Phillips. And he gets it down to, looks like about the 32. How long was that run, Gary, for Reynolds? Sorry.
Nate Reynolds on the carry, brought down by number
Which one, the first one?
This last one.
15.
15-yard run. So 15-yard run, got the first down, and then a 3-yard run by Phillips with 8:42 to go in the first half. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Mitchell comes over to the sideline for a second. I think he was getting the play, see what they wanted to do on second down here. 4-down territory, and that ball on the turf, and that's going to be picked up by Summit Christian. And I'm going to say it, Gary, that was field right there.
Absolutely was.
Knocked down in the backfield, fumble recovered by number 81, David Gilkison.
Gary talked about it in the pregame show. One of the things we said our other key to the game was splish splash. I was taking a bath. Playing on a grass field, it's wet out there, and that wasn't a normal quick cut by Mitchell there to flip it. He got stuck in the mud, so to speak, and went to go give it off, and that was the fumble that was caused as those two ran into each other. They couldn't get away from each other. They're going to go in motion here. Looking to throw his Ward. He goes over the middle. Incomplete. Good job on the backside. Geiger. This is the one thing, and I'll say this, I would say it if Harrisonville was losing 28-0. One thing you don't do is you don't jaw when you're down big in a game. And Geiger had some words there for the secondary of the Wildcats, and you just don't do that when you're down in a game like that. Second down and 10 coming up for Summit Christian with 8:18 to go here in the first half. In motion again on 2nd and 10. This time they're going to hand off Hermida, and he goes nowhere. Actually going to lose a couple of yards. And going to bring up 3rd down and about 13.
He's brought down by Owen Adair.
So Adair in there this time on the stop. A tackle for a loss.
That's going to be 6 touches.
Loss of a couple of yards on the play.
By Hermida. He's got negative 3 yards.
12 from the 35.
So if you don't hear Gary quite as much here in this first half, a couple of things. Number one, we don't have a ton of light over here, so he's making sure that he can see. We're actually behind the lights. 3rd and long coming up, and Ward nowhere to go, and he is going to be out of a tackle. Looked like he was going to be sacked. They throw it deep down the sideline. Caught out of bounds, incomplete. No, he was fumbled out of bounds. Incomplete. So Hermida hauls it in for a gain of about 12.
I don't know what it looks like there's a penalty, but I don't know what it is. They're waving it off.
Penalty.
And that flag is waved off.
So give Ward credit. It looked like he was sacked in the backfield, spun out of the tackle, and then was able to deliver about a 14-yard pass. Yeah, maybe Gary needs to turn up his flashlight.
It's up as far as it'll go.
That's those Samsung flashlights he's got. Your flashlight's better. So here we go. 1st and 10, ball at the 49-yard line. And they're going to call a timeout. Coach Maxwell, I don't think, is happy with the officials, and he would like a word, please. We got a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 7:13 to go here in the first half. We'll be back.
Everyone needs an advocate in the insurance world. Let Lacey Domnick of Shelter Insurance be an advocate for you. With free policy review and quotes, she aims to help you weigh your options. With auto, home, life, and business insurance, Lacey wants you to have a positive and friendly experience. A former Wildcat herself, it is important for Lacey to support the community and Wildcats. Call today to set up an appointment at 816-380-2700 with Lacey.
All right, going to be a 1st and 10 coming up.
That's just to catch up. That's Summit Christian's 3rd first down. They've had a punt after 5 plays, a punt after 3 plays, 2 plays and a pick 6. Then they had a punt after 6 plays, and now they're on. Then they had the onside kick we got.
Coach Maxwell was never in that huddle, and he was standing there the whole time. He wanted a word with somebody, and they were not giving him a word, so he is not real happy right now. 2 wide receivers left to the right. Ward in pistol formation. Hermita behind him in the backfield. 1st and 10 from their own 49 for Summit Christian. And Cat's going to show pressure again, and Ward gets out of the pocket. Almost picked off that time.
Excellent
by
play.
The Cats. Polk in there, not quite able to haul it in. Brings up 2nd down and 10 with 7:07 to go.
Tell you what, I'm seeing the defense we saw in St. Louis the first game. That was an excellent play by Polk. I mean, we've called out a lot of different players tonight on the defensive side that have had wonderful plays. And so, I'm seeing the defense finally come around that we saw in the first game.
And we'll get to it after this play here. We'll talk about that progression through the year so far for the Cats. 2 wide receivers left to the right, again with that pistol formation, and Ward at quarterback. He's going to look to pass, and Cats bringing pressure again. Over the middle they go. Incomplete, dropped right in the breadbasket of Caleb Williams. He's not able to haul it in. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10. You wonder, Gary, if you look at the first 3 games of the year for the Cats, you had that game you probably should have won in St. Louis against MICDS. You come back, you have the letdown game against Maryville. Obviously, that's not the team that we're seeing tonight. Obviously, another thing, the level of competition is different. However, then you go to the 3rd week, you're down on yourselves because you get thumped. Maybe not where you want to be against Pleasant Hill. You probably want that Pleasant Hill game back. But now the last 2 weeks, you're starting to see the way that this Wildcat team can play. Over the middle, picked off. Cats have it. That's a dare, and a dare inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. You know it's a good night when your middle linebacker is picking off passes. Ball down to the 44, 6:51 to go first half. See if the Cats can capitalize on the good field position. So 6:51 to go here, first half, 28-0 Cats and the ball. 2 wide receivers near side. Moore and Lawful. Baker all alone on the left side. Or no, there's Baker and Phillips. And they're looking to throw. Phillips, no, Reynolds is who they were going for. And Reynolds turned a little bit cockeyed there and wasn't able to get to it. Brings up 2nd down and 10 with 6:45 to go in the first half.
You saw what they were doing. They had SCA, they think, on the ropes, and so they wanted to go for the juggler right there, make it 35-0 still in the second half. That's what they're wanting to do because they come out in the second half. They got a running clock if they get that.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do, and I think Coach Maxwell's still a little bit hot from something that happened over there.
I think what he saw, and I don't know, you couldn't see because of the players here, but he fumbled the ball out of bounds. Did he have control after he caught the ball because it fumbled out of bounds? I couldn't see it.
Yeah, did he make that football move or not? Right. So 2 wide receivers left to the right. They're going to go in motion with Phillips. This time they're going to fake the handoff, go into the flat for Lawful and bring up 3rd down and 10.
For number 2, Cameron Lawful.
6:41 to go still here first half.
I think they're still thinking their defense is playing good. They're going to go for it on 4th down, so they knew they had 2 more plays. That was kind of a wide receiver screen, so to speak. If he could have gotten it up a little bit, Lawful would have had some running room to go in.
Quarterback will tell you that's one of the hardest passes to make as a quarterback, that little flare out to the side. They're going to go veer this time, and the way they line up, 2 wide receivers off to the left.
Look where Reynolds is at.
And he's right through there, and he busts through to the 40 to the 39, gets 5 of it back, and there you go. Ball 39, going to go for it on 4th and 5 here. So 4th and 5 coming up, ball inside the 40 at the 39-yard line.
Going to go the option.
4th and 5 from the 39.
I don't know. You go to the option with the weight.
The way he's been playing, Mitchell is going to get a good read here, maybe keep the ball. We'll see what happens.
4th down,
Yep,
and they're going to keep
it.
Tries to get to the outside, and
there.
not quite enough.
There's a
late
penalty.
hit out of bounds. He'll get it after that one.
Mason Mitchell on the carry. There is a flag on the play.
There's one guy you're not going to hit when they go out of bounds. It's a quarterback, because you're going to get that call every time. About a yard shy. Now they're discussing. I can't imagine they're going to wave this off. Nope. Personal foul on Summit Christian. That'll give a new set of downs for the Cats. He was about a yard short. And, of course, we can't see that sideline over here, especially with the grass field. That's one of the things you love about a turf field is far side of the field you can see those bright white lines. It fades away on us over on the other side.
I think what's happening, though, is 4th down, so they're going to get they're going to get 15 yards, but it was a dead ball foul. It's kind of looking like Summit Christian's going to get the ball after the 15-yard penalty. I don't know. That's what it's kind of looking like.
Late hit, though, I don't think that's correct.
Personal foul against the Eagles. However, that's a post-possession personal foul. So the Eagles will gain possession.
I guess that could be in the rule books, but I'm not sure about that. Ball goes down to about the 20-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Summit Christian from their own 20.
The Eagles from about their own 20.
Cats defense has had a great first half here, and I'm imagining they're going to want to keep rolling with it here. 28-0 the score. Looking at the sideline for their plays. DePardo and Hermida flanking Ward. That pressure has gotten to them a little bit. They're going to go in motion with Geiger, and Ward fakes. He's going to look to throw. Overthrows his target out of the backfield. Hermida, a little wheel route out of the backfield, brings up 2nd down and 10. Ball incomplete pass makes it 5:53 to go as the clock stops here in the first half.
Second and 10 for the Eagles from their own 20.
So 5:53 to go here, first half. 2 wide receivers near side. 2 backs in the backfield flanking Ward, DePardo, and Hermida. And timeout called. We'll take a timeout as well. Cats lead 28-0. 6 minutes to go, first half.
What is one of your most precious commodities? Time. With sports, family, work, and school, time is precious. So why drive hours and waste time to save $20? Shop local and buy your home appliances at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center right here in Harrisonville. They deliver, service, issues that arise, all while you're putting money right back into the community. Stop wasting time and think Troby's first when you think of home appliances on Plaza Drive right behind Hawthorne Bank.
All right, 5:53 to go here, first half. 28-0. 2nd and 10 coming up for Summit Christian. Been all Cats here in the first half, but I will say they've had a couple of mistakes here and there that have not got the Cats over the hump. They had 21 points in the first half, have only scored 7 in the 21 points first quarter, have only scored 2nd here in the second. So 1st and 10. Sorry, 2nd and 10. 2 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. And I think that was a false start, but we'll see. It was a false start, so 2nd and 15 now. And, you know, Gary, that's one of the things that happens when you got a defense that's getting so quick across that line of scrimmage. You start getting happy feet as a lineman.
Absolutely, because you want to be able to get in position to make that block.
Last time they were backed up in their own end, Ward threw a pick 6. You don't want to do it in this situation here. Still 5:53 to go in the first half. Hermida DePardo flanking Ward in the backfield. Wide receiver to your right, 2 to your left on 2nd and 15. Rolling out is Ward. He's going to chuck it deep, and he's got his man Geiger down the sideline. He goes. Addison Ing with the tackle, but enough for a first down up to midfield. So out of the shadows of their own end zone, big gain for Summit Christian up to midfield.
Completion is good for 35 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down.
So 35-yard reception makes it 1st and 10 up to midfield. So 2 wide receivers, far side, 1 to the near side. Pistol formation this time. Ward looking to throw. He's going to chuck another one deep and way overthrows his target there. Brings up 2nd and 10. Kind of feel like I'm playing my son in a game of Madden, and he got down like 28-0. He just starts chucking it deep every play. I'm going to make a score if it's the last thing I do. 2nd down and 10 here, 5:12 to go.
That is the 7th time Geiger's been targeted, 1 for a negative few yards, 1 for 35 yards. And the only other person that's really been targeted very much is Hermida, twice. He's made 1 of 2 catches.
So 2nd down coming up, 5:12 to go. We keep trading spotlights for Gary here. So
flag on the play. That's a neutral zone infraction against the Wildcats.
5-yard penalty down to the 45-yard line. 5:12 to go. First half, still 28-0 Cats.
2nd and 5 from the Wildcat 45.
Cats defense has come up with a couple of big plays here. See if they can rally one here as they're giving up a little yardage on this drive. 2 wide receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Pistol formation. Ward has Hermida behind him in the backfield on 2nd and 5 from the Cat 45. Up the middle for Hermida. He's going to get maybe a yard. That's about it.
Hermida up the middle.
Well, you want to see a stop here for the Cats anyway, because hopefully they can get the ball back and maybe score, and then you get the double whammy with the score at the end of the half, the score at the beginning of the second half.
From the 44.
Got to believe they're going to be going for 4 down territory here. So
they stay in that pistol. Ward taking an awful long look over to the far side of the field, and he's going to roll out and go that way, and he throws it over on the sideline, incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down and 4. That's the one thing as a quarterback too. I'll be interested to watch that as the game progresses with Ward. Does he always look to the side that he wants to throw to? Because he looked a long time to that side. So 4th and 4 coming up. Last time they had a 4th down around this area, they went with the pooch kick after they tried to draw him offside. So under 5 on the play clock. They're going to go this time. Blitz coming and overthrows his target, incomplete. That was intended for Hermida. And the Cats will get it back with 4:27 to go in the half. And there was that turnover on downs that Gary was talking about. Gives the Cats a chance now. To score before the half here and have a running clock to start the second half. And you got to feel, Gary, if you get that score before halftime and you get the ball back at half, you're up 35-0. Maybe you bring your offense out for 1 series in the second half, and then you shut it down.
That's what I would do, because you want to keep them. You want to keep them in the game.
So 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Pistol formation. Pitch back to Reynolds. Reynolds got all kinds of running room. He's inside the 40, down to the 35-yard line, knocked out of bounds.
22, Nate Reynolds around the end, brought down by Daze Walker.
So he takes it all the way down to the 31-yard line. I'll let Gary do the math.
25 yards.
25-yard run by Reynolds brings up a first down. That's a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first. What do you think Home Appliances? Ball to 31 with 4:04 to go here in the first half.
6 first down for the Wildcats here in the first half.
On 1st and 10, Phillips. Nope.
Excellent pull.
Another pull
Excellent
by
pull.
Mitchell. Touchdown, Mason Mitchell. He has had 2 great reads. That one from 31 yards out.
That puts him over 100 yards before Reynolds. 111 yards.
So, and Gary, that just changes the entire complexion of your offense when you get 2 of those guys going, hey, when the Wildcats score, you score. Free pizza from Papa Murphy's. Serenity Getty, you got some free pizza coming from Papa Murphy's. Hey, if you guys want free pizza, I would suggest going to Papa Murphy's and signing up because the Cats offense has been on a roll the last couple of weeks. No good on the extra point. It is 34-0 with 3:44 to go. We'll take a timeout.
When you're searching for insurance, call an agent in town that can protect you. Call CPSK for auto, life, renter's boat, ATV, or any other weekend toy you want covered. CPSK Insurance is an auto owner's affiliate, so call and talk to Summer, Randy, Amanda, or Chandra. They can give you a quote and get you covered quickly and easily. Business coverage is available as well. Call them today at 816-380-3800 or visit them online at www.cpskinsurance.com and let your local agents go to work for you.
Welcome back to Summit Christian High School on the campus of Summit Christian here and behind the high school, behind their beautiful new field house for basketball. They use it, I think it doubles also as a locker room for the football facility. Football back here as well. 3:44 to go in the half.
I'll give it after the kickoff.
So Smalley's set to kick it away here. And there's a high end over end kick. Going to be taken back at about the 10-yard line, 15-20. And to the near side here, 25 to the 30.
Great breakdown by number 24. I can't read the
Case Melzer.
Melzer
was just sizing him up. He's like, come over here.
Okay, that scoring drive by the Cats was real quick. 2 plays, took only 45 seconds, culminated by that 31-yard touchdown run by Mitchell. Extra point was no good. 34 Cats, Summit Christian 0.
And over 100 yards is Mitchell, 90 yards is Reynolds.
Please start making your way to Z-Gate on the northeast
All
side
right,
of the
pistol
field.
formation again. They're going to hand off Hermida, and he goes back to the line of scrimmage and then is forced down by a wall of Wildcats. Melzer in there, Wyatt Smith in there, and others for the Cats. Brings up a second down, call it 9 after a 1-yard gain.
And the Cats have done great on him. I mean, he's got now 8 carries for -1 yard. So, I mean, he's had some positives, but then they've all been taken by the negatives by the Cats defense with the tackles in the backfield.
Brought down by number 41.
So 34-0, 3:05 to go here in the first half. 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side in that pistol formation. Now looking to throw his Ward. Picked off right into the breadbasket. Is he going to have, Beechner, the sod monster. He stays on his feet.
You got a flag that came out here. I don't know what the flag was.
The end zone.
The pass is intercepted by number 20, Deegan Beechner.
But we've got a flag here about the 35. You can't see it on the field right now. It's hidden between the 35 and the 40, but I'm not sure what the flag is about.
So we'll see what they're going to call here. Right now it stands as a touchdown for the Cats.
Ineligible downfield, so it is no.
That will be declined. It is Beechner's second pick 6 in the ball game. Makes it 40-0 with 2:48 to go. Hey, guess what? When the Wildcats score, you score. Free pizza from Papa Murphy. Marshall's going to call me on Monday and go, hey, you didn't tell me they're going to average 6-7 touchdowns a game. Justin Rowe, you win free pizza from Papa Murphy's. Kick is blocked.
Point after try is blocked once again.
And it stays 40-0 with 2:48 to go. We'll take a timeout.
Everyone needs a little kickstart at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so head to Sonic of Harrisonville and kick away the afternoon fog. Grab an ice-cold drink full of caffeine and kickstart your afternoon and evening. The best part, 2 to 4 is happy hour, and drinks are half price. Grab an afternoon snack of cheesy bites or jalapeno poppers, or order on the app for happy hour anytime. Sonic Happy Hour, where you kick away the fog. Also, visit 4ts.com and sign up for the Sonic Kick Return Contest.
SCA Class 2009.
Welcome back. Cats lead 40-0, still 2:48 to go here in the first half. Oak Grove up 14-6 on Clinton, so close contest there so far. Warrensburg up 14-0 on Center. Pleasant Hill up 7-3 on Pleasant Hill, Odessa up 7-3 on Pleasant Hill. So some close contests in the MRVC West. Those will be fun to keep up with tonight. Thanks for the update, Jerry. So 40-0 our score, 2:48 to go, first half. All Cats in this one. Couple of pick six on defense for Beechner. Couple of touchdowns. Couple of touchdowns for Mitchell. And who else has scored, Gary? We got a Reynolds touchdown. And
Baker scored. Mitchell's got 2. Beechner's got 2. Phillips has 1, and Mitchell has. Well, that's it.
Reynolds, no touchdowns.
Reynolds, no touchdowns.
Move the ball back 5 yards and re-kick.
However, he has been the workhorse. He's got 8 carries, 90 yards so far. But, again, Mitchell has got 5 carries for 111.
Hey, but when your workhorse has 8 carries in a half, and that's your workhorse, that's a good thing. That means you're playing good football when you're up 40-0.
Absolutely.
So 2:48 to go in the first half. I feel like we're in the never-ending first half here with all the points being scored. Our sponsors are loving it, though. A lot of Papa Murphy's Pizza been given away tonight. We've given away a Sonic gift card for a kick return. We've had it all tonight. And the run up and the ball comes out. They're going to say he was down.
Barrett Geiger on the return.
Geiger's the return man. Going to bring up a 1st and 10 for Summit Christian on their own 35. Gary tells me, when was the last time Harrisonville scored an offensive, a defensive, and a special teams touchdown when we've been broadcasting? I don't know if it's happened very often or if it ever.
I know we've had an offense and defense, but I can't say that we've had all 3.
So they've had a kick return touchdown, they've had 2 defensive touchdowns, offensive touchdown, and they've scored on offense on a pass and on runs.
Yes.
So up the middle they go, nowhere to go. Hermita. Oh, that is not Hermita. That is
brought down by Keller Johnson.
Aiden Bell in there on the carry. Bring up second down and about 9 with 2:15 and counting here in the first half. So the Cats lead 40-0 here in the first half. Means we get to the second half. Cats will have a running clock.
As long as they can stop them on this drive, they got 2 minutes and 7 seconds to do that.
Throw it out in the flats. Incomplete. Great defense over there on the side.
Again by Polk.
Polk makes the hit, knocks it out of the hands, and it brings up 3rd down and 9 with 1:58 to go in the first half.
3rd down and 9 from the 36.
So 3rd and 9 coming up, 1:58 to go. So 2 wide receivers, far side. Not when you want to
field charge to Summit Christian Academy, their second charge timeout.
Not when you want to call a timeout if you're Summit Christian, when the clock was already stopped for you. They call a timeout, it'll be 3rd and 9. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back. Cats in control.
Sherwood Heating and Cooling provides quality services and amazing products from Carrier. always going the extra mile to ensure that your heating and cooling units keep performing at optimal levels. Sherwood Heating and Cooling wants your family to be as comfortable as their own. Products come with warranties and service checkups by trained technicians that give you peace of mind. Call and schedule an appointment at 816-862-6610.
All right, welcome back. Cats lead it 40-0 a couple of minutes before we get to the half. You know, Brett Jones is always good with all the statistics, so I'll put Brett Jones to work at home because I know he's watching. Brett Jones, when was the last time Harrisonville scored on a special teams, offensive and defensive score in the same game?
And if he can find that, I want to add one more to it. We also had an onside kick recovery on top of all that.
But those other three I definitely want to see. Last time they scored all 3 touchdowns. So backside throw.
He's down.
Went on his foot to Pardo. That's happened a couple of times to them.
Pass complete to number 44, Gavin DePardo.
And it'll be 4th down and about 9 here with 1:45 to go. So it looks like they're going to just punt it away here.
No gain on
Caden
play.
DeLapp
Down and 9.
checks in to boot it away. So they're going to run a player off, run a player on. Trying to switch things up with 10 seconds to go on. The long snapper had to get out there. Phillips stands at his own 35-yard line. Ball bounces back to, and right back to Phillips. He comes down the sideline to the 40, to the 50, to the 40. Is he going to break another one? Inside cut down at the 21-yard line with 55 seconds to go. That one bounced right off the chest of Phillips, and it went right back to him.
40-yard return by Phillips.
If there is a second return, I will draw a name out of the thing.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
So Jerry has stepped up to the plate. 4Ts has stepped up to the plate, and we have said if there's another kick return for a touchdown tonight, we will give away a new $50 gift card to a second contestant. So, sorry, Keith. You got $100. We'll give somebody else some free Sonic. Pistol formation. Reynolds in the backfield. They're going to hand off to Reynolds, and he goes nowhere. Good open field tackle right there at the 20-yard line.
Very good tackle.
Hermida with the tackle.
Brought down by Elijah.
Looks like they're going to give him a yard on that one. 2nd down and 9, 40 seconds to go here in the half.
2nd down and 9 from the 20.
So Cats in no hurry here, up 40-0. Obviously, you'd love to punch one more in here, but at this point,
I like the sportsmanship though as doing this. I mean, they're not in no hurry. They're up 40-0. Got the running clock in the second half, so I like this.
Here they go on this one, and Phillips goes right up the middle, falls forward for a gain. Going to bring up 3rd down and about a yard. And that's going to do it for the first half. So a half in the books. We're going to take an extended timeout, probably about an 8.5-minute timeout. And we'll be back to talk halftime and talk second half. After this, you're watching 4Ts on YouTube and 4Ts.com.
Hey there, Wildcat and pizza fans. Are you ready for a touchdown of flavor? Enter Papa Murphy's Score-Free Pizza Contest. Picture it, Wildcats on the big screen, friends gathered around, and the excitement of a touchdown. But that's not all. At Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville, we're turning touchdowns into free pizza. Every time the Wildcats score a touchdown, you score big too. Head to Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville to enter, and with every touchdown, someone gets free pizza. Don't miss out. Sign up for the Papa Murphy's Touchdown Contest and celebrate touchdowns like never before. Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville, where touchdowns taste better.
It always seems to happen. We buy new tires and a week later we run over a nail. Not a problem when you have purchased your tires at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You get the free flat repair for the life of your tires. On a budget, Young's has the best selection of new and used tires to save a little extra money. When the time comes for new tires, stop at the shop 4T's Trust to keep them rolling down the highway. Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial in Harrisonville.
Everyone needs an advocate in the insurance world. Let Lacey Domnick of Shelter Insurance be an advocate for you. With free policy review and quotes, she aims to help you weigh your options. With auto, home, life, and business insurance, Lacey wants you to have a positive and friendly experience. A former Wildcat herself, it is important for Lacey to support the community and Wildcats. Call today to set up an appointment at 816-380-2700 with Lacey.
One of the scariest tasks is taking your car to a mechanic. The best mechanics are in Harrisonville at Colby's Car Clinic. Colby's has expanded his shop and has ASE certified mechanics, the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smooth all year long. Colby's Car Clinic takes the fear out of getting your car fixed. So call Colby today at 816-380-3000 to schedule an appointment or head to the Big Blue Building behind O'Reilly's.
Ready to upgrade your patio for those football watch parties? Call Ethan Young with 2-3 Construction Services to get started today. He can create a fun patio area complete with a fire pit in case it gets a bit chilly for one of those Wildcat or Chiefs fall nights. If a new driveway or floor for the shop is part of your upgrade, he will help you there as well. Call Ethan today at 816-533-2119 and 2-3 Construction Services to work for you.
While you're doing whatever it is you do, we're testing, retesting, engineering, and re-engineering to keep up with you. We run together.
First Class Heating and Cooling is your local Trane dealer that you can count on to provide you with a system and solution that fits your unique needs. Whether you need service right now or an estimate on a new system, give us a call at 816-380-5659. First Class service from your hometown team.
It's hard to stop a train.
New logo, new colors, new app, and a new online banking platform. There may be a lot of new at Sherwood Community Bank, but one thing remains the same: community. Serving the area with 4 convenient locations, Sherwood is still your community bank. Come see what it's like to be part of the community with a new account. The small town bank with big city convenience. Sherwood Community Bank, your community bank.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all, making sure everyone felt welcome, sharing our favorite foods from around the state like Butterburgers and fresh frozen custard, greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care, believing a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
What is one of your most precious commodities? Time. With sports, family, work, and school, time is precious. So why drive hours and waste time to save $20? Shop local and buy your home appliances at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center right here in Harrisonville. They deliver, service, issues that arise, all while you're putting money right back into the community. Stop wasting time and think Troby's first when you think of home appliances on Plaza Drive right behind Hawthorne Bank.
Before every big purchase, you have to prepare. Prepare the easy way by calling Harrisonville's Farmers Insurance agent, Brad Sainer. Brad will make sure there are no holes in your coverage and take care of you with any lives mishaps. Prepare for great insurance coverage by calling Brad Sainer at 816-974-8105. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. When you're searching for insurance, call an agent in town that can protect you. Call CPSK for auto, life, renter's boat, ATV, or any other weekend toy you want covered. CPSK Insurance is an auto owner's affiliate, so call and talk to Summer, Randy, Amanda, or Chandra. They can give you a quote and get you covered quickly and easily. Business coverage is available as well. Call them today at 816-380-3800 or visit them online at www.cpskinsurance.com and let your local agents go to work for you.
Hey, I'm Matt with the Red Barn Ranch just north of Harrisonville, Missouri. As a fourth-generation farmer, it was important for me to be able to share our farm experience with the rest of the community. We opened Red Barn Ranch to provide just that. someplace that people can come and experience the farm and walk around and have a good time and make lifelong memories. Red Barn Ranch has grown over the last 9 years from just solely a pumpkin patch to a full farm experience. We've got rides, slides, attractions of all kinds, food, a bar, and a little bit of everything. We'd love for you guys to come see us in person. We're located just 2 miles north of Harrisonville. For more information, you can check us out on Google, Facebook, or redbarnranch.farm. We'll see you at the patch.
You have choices when buying a vehicle. Show Me Auto Mall is your right choice, getting you financed with even less than perfect credit because everyone needs a reliable vehicle at an affordable price. Need service? Take a loaner while you wait. With a broad selection, you will find a vehicle that is right for you. Show Me Auto Mall is here to make buying a vehicle hassle-free. Go see the crew at Show Me today on 291 across from Walmart.
Hey everyone, Cody here with Aikens PC Repair, the exclusive computer repair company for 4Ts. Slow computer got you down? We offer virus removal and hardware repair to get you back in action. And with our antivirus software, we can help prevent future infections. Check us out today at 105 East Mechanic Street in historic downtown Harrisonville.
Sherwood Heating and Cooling provides quality services and amazing products from Carrier. Always going the extra mile to ensure that your heating and cooling units keep performing at optimal levels. Sherwood Heating and Cooling wants your family to be as comfortable as their own. Products come with warranties and service checkups by trained technicians that give you peace of mind. Call and schedule an appointment at 816-862-6610.
Church and Dwight is one of the world leaders in household and personal care products, and we want you to join our team in Harrisonville. You'll get the chance to work with winning brands that consumers love. We offer starting salaries ranging from $20.50 to $39 per hour, depending on experience. A signing bonus of $2,500. Comprehensive benefits, paid time off, and every other weekend is a 3-day weekend. To apply, go to churchdwight.com and click on Careers.
Everyone needs a little kickstart at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so head to Sonic of Harrisonville and kick away the afternoon fog. Grab an ice-cold drink full of caffeine and kickstart your afternoon and evening. The best part, 2 to 4 is happy hour, and drinks are half price. Grab an afternoon snack of cheesy bites or jalapeno poppers, or order on the app for happy hour anytime. Sonic Happy Hour, where you kick away the fog. Also, visit 4ts.com and sign up for the Sonic Kick Return Contest. Look at the lead I've used.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Lee Summit, Missouri. We're on this campus, Summit Christian High School, Elementary School, the Summit Christian campus here. And it has been all Wildcats in the first half of this one. 40-0 is the score. We're laughing, having a good time up here. And it is halftime festivities here. We're going to get Gary. I don't know. Jerry looks like one of those airline pilot guys over there. Jerry's going. So I'm not real sure what's going on. Gary, what do you got?
Well, what I was saying when I came back on, and I'm sorry, I just lost my light. No, I'm good. We can leave it up there. I was saying that I've ran out of lead because if you saw my stat sheet, you would understand why. Anyway, let's go over the stats real quick. For the Harrisonville Wildcats, they had 255 yards total offense. 217 is on the yard on the ground. 38 is through the air. Had the ball for 10 minutes, 25 plays, but that doesn't say everything that they did. I'm going to go and do Summit Christians, and then we'll come back to that in just a minute. Summit Christian only had 24 yards rushing, 53 yards receiving, total of 67 yards, 14 minutes controlling the clock with 32 plays. But what doesn't show that is the difference in the plays, but the total yards, because we had Beechner had a 20-yard pick six. He also had a 35-yard pick six. We also had a 65-yard touchdown punt return. So you add those, and that even adds more. It's not total offense, but it's it's another 100 and some odd yards of total yards that they received. So, up 40-0. Real quickly, I'll give the rundown. I'm not going to give the times or anything. Baker Baker had a 7-yard touchdown reception. Mitchell had a 67-yard touchdown run. Beechner had that 20-yard touchdown pick six that I just talked about. Then had the punt return by Phillips, 65 yards, 31-yard touchdown run by Mitchell, and the 35-yard touchdown pick six by Beechner, which on all those names we didn't hear one Reynolds. And I mean, he's got 91 yards on 9 carries. However, Mitchell has 111 yards on 5 carries. So what it tells me is, one is the defense is king on Reynolds. I mean, he's still got 90 yards, but he hasn't had that break run yet. He's had a couple that he almost got out. But Mitchell has played a heck of a game. He has played the game that we've been looking for him to see. He's been doing a good read, and he's been able to take the ball out because they've been king and be able to get down the sidelines.
Well, all of that, and then you just talk about it. It's 40-0, so you think there's stats all over the place, but it's been a complete game by the Wildcats.
Absolutely.
You've scored on special teams, you've scored on defense, and you've scored on offense. Not very many times do you score in all 3 facets a touchdown, and the Cats have been able to do it tonight. And Beechner with 2 pick sixes. That doesn't happen very often at any level either, that you're able to do that. So that's where your 40-0 lead is, and what that tells me is they're starting to find their own on both sides of the ball. We said after the first 2 weeks, which team is Harrisonville? Are they the 15-10 team that just barely lost MICDS and should have won, or are they the 50-0 blowout team that played Maryville? I think they were still reeling a little bit from that when they played Pleasant Hill. They just couldn't get over that hump against Pleasant Hill. The offense started clicking last week against Warrensburg. And now here you are, and it's clicking on all cylinders and all facets tonight. So I think we're somewhere closer maybe to what we saw week 1 as opposed to what we saw in week 2. And, to give you an idea, last score I saw, Warrensburg's up 28-0 on Center. So that tells you Warrensburg's still a solid team. They're 2-2 on the year. They're looking to move to 3-2. Cats looking to move to 2-3. So I think you're seeing a little bit more of what the Wildcats are the last couple of weeks.
Well, and the defense, we're talking about the offense. I give you the stats of the offense. I don't get to keep all the defensive stats. We talk about the offensive stats. The defensive stats are right here. A total of 67 yards given up in the whole half, and 24 rushing, 53 receiving to Summit Christian. So the defense is really playing great. They had that one breakdown on the kickoff return where they returned it all the way back down to about the 30 or 35-yard line, and the Cats held them to no points whatsoever. So the defense is really kicking it up as well. And, you go back to that Center-Warrensburg game, it tells us to a little bit where Harrisonville should match up against Center. However, it all comes down, we talk about it every year and every game, sometimes it comes down to matchups. It depends on how we really will match up against Center.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens. I mean, see how they roll, see how it goes. I will say, though, I give them credit. They've done a pretty good job, Summit Christian has, of getting all their homecoming stuff going on.
Absolutely.
Because I still was a part of the longest homecoming halftime in history at Sherwood High School. They brought everybody around the track in a car as slow as possible. It was like 47 minutes long, and I'm not even exaggerating. It was terrible. But congratulations to the king and queen, whoever they just said, for Summit Christian. We've got about probably 9 minutes before we get to second half action. So we're going to take another timeout, and we'll be back with more here in just a little bit.
Hey there, Wildcat and pizza fans. Are you ready for a touchdown of flavor? Enter Papa Murphy's score-free pizza contest. Picture it, Wildcats on the big screen, friends gathered around, and the excitement of a touchdown. But that's not all. At Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville, we're turning touchdowns into free pizza. Every time the Wildcats score a touchdown, you score big too. Head to Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville to enter, and with every touchdown, someone gets free pizza. Don't miss out. Sign up for the Papa Murphy's touchdown contest and celebrate touchdowns like never before. Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville, where touchdowns taste better.
It always seems to happen. We buy new tires and a week later we run over a nail. Not a problem when you have purchased your tires at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You get the free flat repair for the life of your tires. On a budget, Young's has the best selection of new and used tires to save a little extra money. When the time comes for new tires, stop at the shop 4T's Trust to keep them rolling down the highway. Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial in Harrisonville.
Everyone needs an advocate in the insurance world. Let Lacey Domnick of Shelter Insurance be an advocate for you. With free policy review and quotes, she aims to help you weigh your options. With auto, home, life, and business insurance, Lacey wants you to have a positive and friendly experience. A former Wildcat herself, it is important for Lacey to support the community and Wildcats. Call today to set up an appointment at 816-380-2700 with Lacey.
One of the scariest tasks is taking your car to a mechanic. The best mechanics are in Harrisonville at Colby's Car Clinic. Colby's has expanded his shop and has ASE certified mechanics, the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smooth all year long. Colby's Car Clinic takes the fear out of getting your car fixed. So call Colby today at 816-380-3000 to schedule an appointment or head to the Big Blue Building behind O'Reilly's.
Ready to upgrade your patio for those football watch parties? Call Ethan Young with 2-3 Construction Services to get started today. He can create a fun patio area complete with a fire pit in case it gets a bit chilly for one of those Wildcat or Chiefs fall nights. If a new driveway or floor for the shop is part of your upgrade, he will help you there as well. Call Ethan today at 816-533-2119 and 2-3 Construction Services to work for you.
While you're doing whatever it is you do, we're testing, retesting, engineering, and re-engineering to keep up with you. We run together.
First Class Heating and Cooling is your local Trane dealer that you can count on to provide you with a system and solution that fits your unique needs. Whether you need service right now or an estimate on a new system, give us a call at 816-380-5659. First Class service from your hometown team.
It's hard to stop a train.
New logo, new colors, new app, and a new online banking platform. There may be a lot of new at Sherwood Community Bank, but one thing remains the same: community. Serving the area with 4 convenient locations, Sherwood is still your community bank. Come see what it's like to be part of the community with a new account. The small town bank with big city convenience. Sherwood Community Bank, your community bank.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all, making sure everyone felt welcome, sharing our favorite foods from around the state, like Butterburgers and fresh frozen custard, greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care, believing a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
What is one of your most precious commodities? Time. With sports, family, work, and school, time is precious. So why drive hours and waste time to save $20? Shop local and buy your home appliances at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center right here in Harrisonville. They deliver, service, issues that arise, all while you're putting money right back into the community. Stop wasting time and think Troby's first when you think of home appliances on Plaza Drive, right behind Hawthorne Bank.
Before every big purchase, you have to prepare. Prepare the easy way by calling Harrisonville's Farmers Insurance agent, Brad Sainer. Brad will make sure there are no holes in your coverage and take care of you with any lives mishaps. Prepare for great insurance coverage by calling Brad Sainer at 816-974-8105. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. When you're searching for insurance, call an agent in town that can protect you. Call CPSK for auto, life, renter's boat, ATV, or any other weekend toy you want covered. CPSK Insurance is an auto owner's affiliate, so call and talk to Summer, Randy, Amanda, or Chandra. They can give you a quote and get you covered quickly and easily. Business coverage is available as well. Call them today at 816-380-3800 or visit them online at www.cpskinsurance.com and let your local agents go to work for you.
Hey, I'm Matt with the Red Barn Ranch just north of Harrisonville, Missouri. As a fourth-generation farmer, it was important for me to be able to share our farm experience with the rest of the community. We opened Red Barn Ranch to provide just that, someplace that people can come and experience the farm and walk around and have a good time and make lifelong memories. Red Barn Ranch has grown over the last 9 years from just solely a pumpkin patch to a full farm experience. We've got rides, slides, attractions of all kinds, food, a bar, and a little bit of everything. We'd love for you guys to come see us in person. We're located just 2 miles north of Harrisonville. For more information, you can check us out on Google, Facebook, or redbarnranch.farm. We'll see you at the patch.
You have choices when buying a vehicle. Show Me Auto Mall is your right choice. Getting you financed with even less than perfect credit because everyone needs a reliable vehicle at an affordable price. Need service? Take a loaner while you wait. With a broad selection, you will find a vehicle that is right for you. Show Me Auto Mall is here to make buying a vehicle hassle-free. Go see the crew at Show Me today on 291 across from Walmart.
Hey everyone, Cody here with Aikens PC Repair, the exclusive computer repair company for 4Ts. Slow computer got you down? We offer virus removal and hardware repair to get you back in action. And with our antivirus software, we can help prevent future infections. Check us out today at 105 East Mechanic Street in historic downtown Harrisonville.
Sherwood Heating and Cooling provides quality services and amazing products from Carrier. Always going the extra mile to ensure that your heating and cooling units keep performing at optimal levels. Sherwood Heating and Cooling wants your family to be as comfortable as their own. Products come with warranties and service checkups by trained technicians that give you peace of mind. Call and schedule an appointment at 816-862-6610.
Church & DeWitt is one of the world leaders in household and personal care products, and we want you to join our team in Harrisonville. You'll get the chance to work with winning brands that consumers love. We offer starting salaries ranging from $20.50 to $39 per hour, depending on experience. A signing bonus of $2,500, comprehensive benefits, paid time off, and every other weekend is a 3-day weekend. To apply, go to churchdewitt.com and click on Careers.
Everyone needs a little kickstart at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so head to Sonic of Harrisonville and kick away the afternoon fog. Grab an ice-cold drink full of caffeine and kickstart your afternoon and evening. The best part, 2 to 4 is happy hour, and drinks are half price. Grab an afternoon snack of cheesy bites or jalapeno poppers, or order on the app for happy hour anytime. Sonic Happy Hour, where you kick away the fog. Also, visit 4ts.com and sign up for the Sonic Kick Return Contest.
The official headquarters of breakfast for the Wildcats and for 4Ts, the Reynolds Cafe in Garden City. Reynolds Cafe, open every day for breakfast, open until the afternoon. So next time you're having that craving for a nice breakfast, go see the folks at Reynolds Cafe. Kaylee and Wyatt do an amazing job down there. They've got a great business. Go see Reynolds Cafe in Garden City, just about a 10-minute drive from Harrisonville on Old 7 Highway. So the Cats lead it 40-0. We're ready to start the second half. And by all accounts, we will see the starters for a series. And then things will probably go to some JV kids, some second, third string kids. Good run back by the Cats up to about the 39-yard line. Addison Ing with the return.
Number 5, Addison Ing.
So Ing gets it up to the 39, 11:45, and rolling here in the second half. Always one of those things we like in a game like this, rolling.
Taylor Williams. Number 15.
So 42-0 the score. To the line of scrimmage come the Cats. I would imagine we don't see nothing fancy on this drive either. You're going to see probably a whole lot of veer. Just trying to will Summit Christian to try to stop them. 2 wide receivers set, far side. I bet Reynolds gets a handoff here. He does. He's going to barrel forward for about 2, and that's it. Going to bring up second down and about 8.
Nate Reynolds up the middle, brought down by Elijah Hermida.
So second and 8, ball up to the 41-yard line. Here as we start play in the second half.
At the 41-yard line.
So Cats in control, 40-0 in this one. 2 wide receivers to your left, 2 to your right. Shotgun, Reynolds back in the backfield with Mitchell. They're going to throw. They throw it out in the flats. They get it to Lawful. And Lawful stays on his feet to the 40.
Gets a block.
To the 35. Down inside at the 35 to about the 32-yard line. Good play right there. Lawful hasn't got a lot of action. And the Cats are just showing that they've got a lot of weapons if they get to them. And a big gain there will get
26
the official
yards.
26 yards for the Cats down to the 33-yard line. And when you can pass the ball like this, it opens up your running game tremendously as well. Pistol formation, 2 wide receivers far side, 1 to the left. And they're going to pitch it back to Reynolds. Reynolds cuts back. Good cutback by Reynolds. Inside the 30 to 20. He's going to go to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Number 22, Nate Reynolds.
Well, that's the name we hadn't mentioned. That puts him over 100 yards with 126 yards on 11 carries.
32-yard touchdown run. Makes it 46-0 Wildcats. Clock will stop for the extra point and change of possession on the kick. That was the one thing he hadn't done in the game, Gary. That one is a no good. Elaine Turner, you scored free Papa Murphy's, because when the Wildcats score, you score free pizza. Papa Murphy's, Elaine Turner. Congratulations. Cats lead it 46-0. We'll keep it right here with you with 9:42 to go.
That was a 2-play, 61-yard drive. 3-play, 61-yard drive. Took 2 minutes and 18 seconds off the clock. Culminated by the 33-yard touchdown run by Reynolds. Extra point no good, 46-0 Cats over the Eagles.
So with 9:42 to go here, we wait for the Cats from the sideline. Summer Christian out there ready to return. 46-0 the score. I'd assume we'll see the same thing with the defense. We'll probably get one series out of the starting D, and then you'll start seeing a lot of rotation in. We'll do our best to get you names that go with some of those numbers. Parents that are watching, maybe a JV kid or freshman kid's going to get some playing time. We don't have a ton of light up here, so we will do our best to move it around. I can see Gary's up there a little bit with that light, so I will do my best to get those to you. High end over end kick taken down at about the 10-yard line. Bisbee, he's going to bring it. Good cut back by Bisbee. Tries to get to the outside and is hauled down and taken down before he can get to the outside. Number 69, Caden Taylor with the tackle. So the clock will roll here with the 35-plus point lead for the Cats.
1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 26.
So ball at the 26-yard line. Looking the wrong way. Pistol formation. And Ward going to go with the option look. He found a little bit of a seam. He's going to get several yards and then be drugged down after a gain of about 7.
Brought down by Tyson Wyatt Smith.
So Wyatt Smith with the tackle. Brings up second down and about 2nd and 4 after the 6-yard run.
Gain of 6 yards on the play.
Clock rolls here.
It was a good run by Ward. Good call to go ahead and keep it.
Pistol formation this time. Hermida tries to go and nothing doing there as Tyson Wyatt Smith in there. I see a ball tossing over on the far sideline. Not sure who's throwing it, but I'm assuming they're warming up another quarterback over there with 8 minutes on the clock here in the third quarter, and the clock is rolling. So 46-0 our score, 7:50 to go here in the third quarter. Third down, pistol formation. Ward has Hermida behind him. He has two wide receivers to his right, one to his left on third down and 4. Cat showing blitz off the end here. And now they're going to look out in the flats. Nowhere to go. Sack by the Cats. Sam Drogi on the sack. And that is all the way back. 9-yard loss on that one. Brings up 4th down and 12. So Cats defense does the job there. Like I said, probably start seeing different names pop up here in this one. I was getting an update. So Brett Jones said it was Zach Zaror 2006 Show Me Bowl versus Owensville on an interception. That we had the backflip.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Kerry says yes.
I said 2007-8, so I was pretty sure it was one of those.
That was right before Chad Grammer got here for this one.
Number 32, Aiden Bell, also in the play.
So we've had multiple guys do it. Flipped into. Okay, I got you. So 6 minutes to go here, third quarter. 46-0 the score.
New quarterback in for the Cats. Number 8 is Jackson Bechtel.
So Jackson Bechtel in at quarterback. He's going to go out of that pistol formation here. And handoff to
number 26, and that is
26, Malachi Bolin. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 11. So 46-0 the score.
Down and 11 from the 47.
Clock will stop momentarily. There's a flag.
DeLapp's punt is down at the 30-yard line. There is a flag on the play.
Let's see what the flag is here. So clock stops with the change of possession. You get the penalty. Going to be a hold on the Cats, so that'll push them back 10 more. So they'll be back to their own 20. They will set the ball, and they will roll with the clock with 10:27 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Penalty is 10 yards from the end of the kick. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 20.
Clock stays stopped here. There we go. He's going to wind it now with
Bechtel still
10:25 to go.
Bechtel still quarterback.
So Bechtel in there. Go on the end around. Bechtel, he's going to get it back to about the line of scrimmage. Bring up 2nd down.
Jason Bechtel on the carry. Brought down by Caden DeLapp.
Had that pitch back to Bruton, but did not want to.
2nd down and 10 from the 20.
Did not want to pitch that one back. Two wide receivers to your left, to your right, pistol formation this time. I believe
Bolin.
That is Bolin back there with him, behind him. And they're going to hand off to Bolin, and he is hammered at about the 20, 19-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10. So 3rd down coming up for the Cats.
Loss of a yard and a half or 2 brings up 3rd down
46-0 our score. 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And now Bechtel pulls it, finds some running room. He's on his horse to the 50, down the sideline 40, cut back 30, all the way down to the 20-yard line. Jackson Bechtel. What a pull and run by Jackson Bechtel. I'll let Gary get
61 yards.
61-yard run. Puts them in business down to the 20. We talked about that. You got a backup comes in, maybe doesn't have that pull capability that your Mitchell does, but he showed it right there. He saw it off that end, and that's the same spot that Mitchell saw it when he had his run. So 8:10 to go here. Pistol formation again. And looking is Bechtel, and Bechtel going to get drugged down for a loss of about a yard.
Bechtel on the keeper, brought down by number 73, Daniel Rohr.
Ball at the 21-yard line. I think we are back fully with you. Lost some people there for a while, so hopefully everything going smoothly now.
Just some changes, possessions, but the Harrisonville, the most of the JV team I think is in right now. And Bechtel's at quarterback with Bolin as his running back.
So Bechtel has Bolin behind him, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. On 2nd and 11, pitch back, and that one is on the turf. And somehow...
That was Bruton, I'm sorry.
So Bruton able to cover that one up. Could have been disastrous, but that was a great play.
Jake Bruton is fumbled, but recovered by number 38.
So going to bring up 3rd down in Lake Winnebago for the Cats here. Back to the 30-yard line.
Losses back to the 30-yard line.
So we're going 3rd down. A different quarterback in there now.
Yeah, this is the freshman.
And a pull by the freshman, Brody McNeil, on 3rd down. Brings up 4th down for the Cats. Goes a little bit farther backwards.
Brody McNeil on the keeper, tackled.
You don't want to go too far backwards, Gary, or it's going to be 4th down and what? Probably Harrisonville. Not too many times we've been able to say that. We're a little bit, I think, to the
west of Harrisonville.
West of Harrisonville, so it could be more of like 4th down and like Ray Peck or Peculiar. Good good pull again by the freshman this time, McNeil. He's going to go out of bounds, be a turnover on downs, but a good drive by some of the kids that don't normally get full varsity action. And Gary, we've always talked about this in the years past. That was one of the reasons Harrisonville was able to build such a dynasty there in the early 2000s, was when you get kids in games in second halves and they play quarter after quarter after quarter.
Christian Academy will begin this possession 1st and 10.
They get that varsity experience before they have varsity experience, if that makes any sense. And they're able to do that. So here we go. Handoff this time. Was that Hermida again? Yes, Hermida gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe 2 yards. So 2-yard gain here. Stays 46-0 with 4:45 to go and counting in this one. I'm kind of surprised the defense is rolled the whole time, but we haven't seen a lot of guys switching in. But when you keep with the a varsity team stays in with their one, sometimes you don't want to get a kid hurt on the defensive side of the ball. But it's kind of the same on the offensive side of the ball, with the ones in and theirs starting to rotate some guys in here. Some new linemen in there. Looks like Wyatt Bradshaw comes in the middle of that one. It looks like also 52. Jared Anderson's in there on the defensive line. Try to get a couple more names for you here. New quarterback in there, it looks like, as well. And the completion, that's Caden Dunlap, the junior, getting some time.
Caught by Will Bisbee.
That was a good rollout and pass by Dunlap, or Dunlap there. 3:25 to go here in the ball game. Cats lead 46-0. Ball at their own 39-yard line. Try to get you some MRVC West scores here in just a minute. The pass to the near side. Good open field wrap up and hold on by the Cats here. Trenton Shrout on the tackle on the near side. 2nd down and 7. Try to roll through some scores for you. So Warrensburg up 42-0 on center. Chucked down into Hermida, finally breaks one. That one for about 17 yards. So try to give you those scores. Warrensburg over center right now. Pleasant Hill up 24-21 on Odessa. That's a close one. There's a penalty flag.
Now this is their starting receiver, number 2.
Dunlap in there at quarterback. Flag in the secondary.
There is a flag on the play.
And so that Pleasant Hill Odessa game's coming down to the wire. 3-point game with just about 5 minutes to go. Oak Grove up 28-6 on Clinton with 53 seconds to go in the third quarter of that one. So there's your MRVC scores. So Warrensburg with no ill effects from the last second loss last week to the Wildcats. They are rolling 42-0. And that'll be the Cats' next opponent as the clock rolls here. Under a minute 50.
Dunlap keeps it on the read option.
Beechner on tackle, or sorry, that is Shrout on the tackle.
Tackled by number 54, Garrett Paris.
And they called also out number 54, Garrett Paris.
Gain is good to the 31-yard line, 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 coming up. Dunlap hands off to Hermida. Hermida spins out of a tackle down to the 20-yard line. Picking up some yardage with that 1:18 to go. That's going to be a battle of wills this last minute. Harrisonville doesn't want to allow a point, and Summit Christian would like to get into the end zone. Dunlap going to pass it, and he chucks it into the end zone, overthrows his target on 1st and 10 with 54 seconds to go.
Pass intended for Walker.
You know, they've got Dunlap listed also as a quarterback, and I'll tell you, he throws a nice ball. A little taller maybe than in Ward 2. You know, it's kind of one of those things. There's a penalty flag, and Dunlap going to keep it himself with 30 seconds to go.
Flag on the
False
play,
start
against the Eagles.
Why did they stop the clock?
I think it stops on a penalty. I think it stops for the penalty and then they wind it. I never have figured out the turbo clock because sometimes it stops, sometimes it doesn't. Depends on where you're at. So there's 26.4 to go. There is the wind. So 2nd and 15 coming up. Dunlap looking to throw. Going to go towards the end zone. Incomplete. intended for
Pass intended for Beige Walker.
Beige Walker. And with 10 seconds to go, they're going to try to get one more playoff, I think, here. Beige had to run back. I think that's going to do it. Cats going to win it 46-0. Great second win for the Cats. They moved to 2-3 on the year. We're going to take a timeout. Couple of commercials. We'll be back with a quick post game after this. Cats win 46-0.
Hey there, Wildcat and pizza fans. Are you ready for a touchdown of flavor? Enter Papa Murphy's score-free pizza contest. Picture it, Wildcats on the big screen, friends gathered around, and the excitement of a touchdown. But that's not all. At Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville, we're turning touchdowns into free pizza. Every time the Wildcats score a touchdown, you score big too. Head to Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville to enter, and with every touchdown, someone gets free pizza. Don't miss out. Sign up for the Papa Murphy's touchdown contest and celebrate touchdowns like never before. Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville, where touchdowns taste better.
It always seems to happen. We buy new tires and a week later we run over a nail. Not a problem when you have purchased your tires at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You get the free flat repair for the life of your tires. On a budget, Young's has the best selection of new and used tires to save a little extra money. When the time comes for new tires, stop at the shop 4T's Trust to keep them rolling down the highway. Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial in Harrisonville.
Everyone needs an advocate in the insurance world. Let Lacey Domnick of Shelter Insurance be an advocate for you. With free policy review and quotes, she aims to help you weigh your options. With auto, home, life, and business insurance, Lacey wants you to have a positive and friendly experience. A former Wildcat herself, it is important for Lacey to support the community and Wildcats. Call today to set up an appointment at 816-380-2700 with Lacey.
One of the scariest tasks is taking your car to a mechanic. The best mechanics are in Harrisonville at Colby's Car Clinic. Colby's has expanded his shop and has ASE certified mechanics, the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smooth all year long. Colby's Car Clinic takes the fear out of getting your car fixed. So call Colby today at 816-380-3000 to schedule an appointment or head to the Big Blue Building behind O'Reilly's.
Ready to upgrade your patio for those football watch parties? Call Ethan Young with 2-3 Construction Services to get started today. He can create a fun patio area complete with a fire pit in case it gets a bit chilly for one of those Wildcat or Chiefs fall nights. If a new driveway or floor for the shop is part of your upgrade, he will help you there as well. Call Ethan today at 816-533-2119 and 2-3 Construction Services to work for you.
All right, welcome back. Final score 46-0 tonight. Cats dominating all facets of the game, offense, defense, special teams. And when you get touchdowns in all three facets, you know you've had a good game. They did it tonight, 46-0, the final score. And Gary has some totals for us, and we'll get everything wrapped up quickly.
Yes, real quickly, Reynolds entered the game with 11 carries, 126 yards. He just had 2 carries in the second half. One of them was a 33-yard touchdown. They had 35 total yards in the second half, which gave him the 126. And Mitchell ended up with the same thing, 111. So we had a total of 306 yards rushing, 38 yards passing, all in the first half, for a total of 344 yards. Had the ball 21 minutes and 30 seconds. For Summit Christian, they ended with 167 yards, most of that in that last series that they had. They had the ball 26 minutes and 30 seconds, and really all they did was pretty much in the second half was punt, and then the end of the game. And so I'll leave it.
So that was the final score. We talked about it. They won in all facets, and they won big here tonight. Great second win for the Wildcats. They moved to 2-3. They got Center coming up next week. That has been a thorn in their side the last couple of years. Center has drubbed them a few times, and Center's going to be a little bit mad. They are down 42-0 to Warrensburg tonight. So Center's not going to be happy going into that game on next week. One game to watch that has conference implications. We're going to have all kinds of teams up there at the top with 1-1 records. If Odessa, well, somebody's going to have to beat Odessa. If Odessa beats Pleasant Hill tonight, Pleasant Hill was up 24-21. But if Odessa comes back to win that, that means that Odessa will be undefeated, but then Pleasant Hill will have a loss, Harrisonville will have a loss, Warrensburg will have a loss, and they both.
Oak Grove will have a loss.
And Oak Grove has a loss already. So that means that somebody's got to beat Odessa, and Warrensburg and Harrisonville both still have Odessa on the schedule.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I like the way we played tonight. I mean, we came out, and we talked about it in the very first half, in the pregame. Get the ball rolling, get it going, hit them in the mouth quick, and that's exactly what we did, and we never looked back, and I like that. We also got the opportunity for the GVs, the freshman quarterback, to get in there. Obviously, our backup quarterback is out for the year because he broke his collarbone, so therefore, when we get down actually into the meat of the schedule, which we're going into, and then into playoffs, we're going to have some potential backups for those that are on the field, and it's the next man up.
Well, you talked about it. We talked about it in the Keys of the Game today. Okay, now we're back.
We talked about that, about getting unplugged.
So, sorry about that. Everybody was probably like, wait, what just happened? We all froze. So, I think we're still going live. We may not be going live. We're live. We may not be on camera. So, anyway, we're going to finish it up. But we talked about our 3 things tonight. Our pregame show was, number 1, what was it? Roll on 18-wheeler.
Right, which was 22, okay.
But the team rolled on. They got their second win after going downhill last week. Number
Splish
2.
Splash, I remember. I'm not going to forget
Splish
that.
Splash, I was taking a bath. That came into play a little bit.
Right.
There was a couple of times there was that one fumble in a little bit of a mesh play there on a pitch back that didn't work. And number 3 was
quiet the crowd, basically.
Sit, boo-boo, sit. Yes, quiet the crowd. So all 3 of those worked tonight. I know the other thing I was going to say, Brett Jones, our trusty statistician that always brings us crazy stats, Harrisonville just won its 640th all-time game tonight.
Oh, wow, good.
640 all-time wins, 340 losses, so they're 300 games over 500. Pretty awesome to have that many games in your history. 640 plus 340, Gary, is
940.
It'll be 980.
Oh, 980, okay.
And 40 ties, so they've had over 1,000 career games. And I think they had that, was that 2 years ago, maybe they had a milestone 1,000th game at Memorial Stadium. I don't remember, but nevertheless, great game for the Cats. They go on the road again next week. They've been road warriors the last couple of weeks. They got 3 straight away from home, and then they get back to Memorial Stadium, a chance to go to 3-3 next week. I'm still upset with Brett because he didn't come back and tell us when the last time the Cats had a offensive, defensive, and special teams touchdown. That's his project for next week.
We'll have it for pregame next week.
So there we go. All right, your final score again, 46-0. Thanks again to Jerry. Got up here today. We're up top of the press box. Always hard when you're not in a press box or when you don't have complete Wi-Fi. We did not have wired Wi-Fi like we normally have. He was still able to get us on the air. We used my cell phone most of the game. We used Jerry's a little bit when we lost a feed there in the third quarter. It's probably because T-Mobile tried to shut me down going, dude, you're using way too much bandwidth. So, nevertheless, for Jerry, for Tucker, for James, for Chris, and for Gary Davidson, I'm Chad Grammer saying good night from Lee Summit. We'll see you next Friday. And